Let's get scratching. Scratch. Scratching.
Y'all ready to get funky?
Look at
The most important part of dance is music. So now let us listen to the music and identify the beats.
1, 2, 3.
That was too soft.
Let's look at the funk. Let's look at the funk.
Scratch. Scratching. Scratch. Scratching.
Hello everyone. It's good to see you here. If you are here a little bit early, what's going on? I'm gonna turn this music just a little. How's it going, everyone? Yo, what's going on? Drake Sherman, Nick, hello. On time for once. Louis plays never late. That's the real secret. I'm gonna check my audio real quick to see how we're handling. On time for once. Louis plays never. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Alrighty then. Hello everyone. Oh, my chat is still broken, isn't it? Oh, beautiful. Let me do something real quick. Maybe that works. Unsure. Unsure. Yo, what's going on, Lazy Lee? Hello, hello. Good to see you. Good to see everyone. We've been hard at work, working on some things, as well as the, of course, finale of the Wheeled Normal Monsters, the video version of that. We have some things to talk about tonight, of course. I think this is going to be a pretty interesting discussion night. We're going to try to hit the discussion points that we were going to last stream on Tuesday. And hope everyone had a great week. We got everything just start up and good to go. I'm frankly just confused on what's going on with my chat. You playing Destiny Heroes, or you play clickbait notes at the thumbnail? Actually, I have a really interesting idea for tonight's stream once we get to the Master Duel section, which is Diamond Dude Turbo 2022. a new updated version of what Diamond Dude Turbo could be. And I don't quite know what that means, but I think it could be fun. So, you know, there's that. I think that'd be interesting, so to speak. But, you know, it is just as easy as that. Still don't know what's going on with my chat. I'm gonna be real with you. Let me open a Master Duel. Let's get some ideas flowing on the Master Duel section. Maybe if I switch over to the scenes, it'll automatically start flooding in. Also, no. Come on, chat box, work with me. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Still nada. And now my Master Duel's not popping up? This is ridiculous. What is happening with... Oh. OBS is having a fit tonight, guys. I swear. This is actually incredible. Hello? OBS? Thank you, finally. Oh my god. Man, I cannot say to what extent this is the actual worst shenanigans, by the way. Yeah, your chat, but yeah, it's been buggy for a little. I don't know why it's been that buggy for a bit. It's crazy how they made a light earth and a dark hex fusion for selves, but not the rest of the attributes. I guess because they count themselves as their own attributes, so there is hope there. If I refresh this. I really don't know how to fix this chat box. Let me try it out real quick. One sec. You know what I really just need to do? I just need to sign up for Streamlabs, the actual. That's what I really need to do. Here. We'll make a new, I think, browser source is what we do here. And we go here, because I do want to see you guys, just frankly. Because you guys are the best. Let's see if it's here. There we go. Hello. All right, it's gotten there. Weird how it's this big, huh? That's what she said. All right, we're working on it. We're almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We have the technology. We want this thing to be what, like... what's this one? Properties. 600 by 1,000? Maybe. Perfect. Oh! All right. That doesn't work, but it kind of works. No, not quite right. It needs to be smaller than 1,000. I love how half the stream is just fixing the chat. I love it. I think 600 for the height. Let's go 400 for width. It's all to do with like, there we go. That kind of works. That kind of works. Yo, what's going on, Follower Azula? Hello, hello. How's it going? I can never do a stream that no knowledge of the technical stuff. No, seriously, the technical stuff is no sweat. Like, I'm almost certain that even some really big streamers like just learned how to stream like yesterday, you know? And it is quite funny. It is actually quite funny. I think that works for me. Not defaults. Can't do defaults. Let's do something real quick. Let's do filters. Add effect filters. Is it? What can I do here? Chroma key. I wonder if I can do it like this. Hold on. Like a gray. Yeah, that really worked. Wow. Perfect. All right, works for me. Works for me. Woo! Saved and is in there. Oh God, no! I have to do this again when I switch to the discussion. It's fine. It's fine. How about we say we go get some dailies, huh? How about we say we go get some dailies? We'll just clear our mind, and we'll go in for some nice and simple dailies, which is there. I'm playing a card game called Marvel Snap. It's really quick and easy and fun. I've been wanting to experiment a little bit with Marvel Snap. I've been hearing good things about it and how it's actually like very promising. And that's all I can really hope for in new deck builders and new cool card games, is that it's very promising. If it's really good, then even better. Yeah, truly living in Spain, in España without the S, so it'd be España. Yeah. All right, we're gonna play some Celtic Guardian for our dailies today, and then we'll get into our discussion. I think is gonna be the best thing we can do, and then we'll go ahead and build our Diamond Dude Turbo deck, and then we'll go into our stuff. We'll go first with our Celtic Guardian deck. But, ooh. I'm so confused on chat and this thing, but I kind of like the new chat. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I hate how where's that big like, welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by community guidelines. But I like seeing everyone's faces, and like it's actually like not cutting off anyone, which is great, which is awesome. Ooh, all right, our hand is kind of crazy, but kind of not crazy at the same time. I guess we go for Reynad. Feels pretty good. It's 100% free to play. I've only spent the season pass. Oh, Maxi. I'll ask that. I've only spent on the season pass and a welcome pack, and it wasn't even necessary. That's yeah. I was reading somewhere. So the main guy behind Marvel Snap was the same guy who I guess helped develop early Hearthstone, if I remember right. And so what was really cool is that he was mentioning that this game is completely free to play. They didn't want the pay to win and pay to play system to affect Marvel Snap, and I thought that was really great, because obviously no one wants that. That sounds terrible, right? So I thought that was really interesting, and I was really down with that philosophy. We'll send one. Wait, do we send 3 and get our combo going? Probably, right? That doesn't really matter all too much. No, it does matter, actually. We had to send 3 there. That's fine. We'll send Living Fossil. We'll always get it back later. But I have been meaning to give it a try. At least once. I'm always down to give it a try at least once. I think now, by the way, we don't really have anything to go into except for Ferocious Flame Swordsman, which can technically summon back like our Renaud, which can grab a card in our graveyard, which is fine. We'll go for Fusion Destiny, summon DPE. And then we'll get going. Set a negation pass. What's in my graveyard? Oh, I can still go on. Ooh. No. I won't still go on. So outside of our warrior toolbox we have here, I don't really know what else to do. Has anyone else felt like Master Duel has been just a little bit slow? Like there's been some things that Master Duel is really been excelling at recently, but it's been kind of dying down just a smidge. Does anyone else feel like that? Or is that just me? Ah, Small World. That's fine. Small World targets for, is it Fluanderese? Math Mech, maybe? There's only two things I can recall that uses Small World like this. Prank Kids. Rocks for Nibiru. And then what's the bridge between Nibiru and the rock? Probably Adamancipator. Yep, there we go. Banishing the Nibiru, banishing the rock, adding the Analyzer. That's fine. Analyzer is A-OK. A-OK. I think we just easily Fogblade that. We make this a Fogblade target. But yeah, I cannot wait for the tag feature. Finally, my Gizmek can fully shine. It's meant to be a support deck. Ooh, that's really cool. That's right. Crew battles got introduced into Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. I think that's actually a very interesting system. I'm kind of down. This Adamancipator Researcher is fine. I guess we just go that I really don't know what to do here. Just frankly. I think we pop our Researcher, or their Researcher, and our Fogblade. And he hasn't used the normal summon yet, so that's the problem that we're currently facing, but what are the odds that he has another one? High chances, but never mind. Yeah, the tag duel system is pretty neat. I have seen things that it's format specific, so you can only play per one format. I hope that's not true and that we can customize it a little bit. So, well, you know, that'd be kind of cool. I'd be super down to do some crew battles. Just arrived. Yo, what's going on, Rush Downtown? Hello. It's good to have you here. What's going on? Just arrived and I thought that you were playing actual hero meta. Then I saw Fogblade. Yeah, we're just doing some dailies right now, and then we're going to be building Diamond Dude Turbo, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. Here, actually, let me just do that. Yeah, I actually love how you highlight what effect it's actually trying to activate. I like that. I like where it activates. I'm not a huge fan of it continuously blinking on the card that's activating. I guess maybe the in the surveys and stuff, people were saying, oh, it's actually kind of hard to tell what's going on here. And I don't really know if that's 100% true, you know? But, hey, it is what it is. Master Duel is starting to get, like, I think they're calling them team battles, not necessarily tag battles, but they're like crew battles in Smash Brothers. Is kind of the best way of explaining it. We'll go for unexpected die here. We will special summon out Celtic Guardian. Oddly enough. Well, here's the really funny thing. I can go into Fusion Destiny and just end on a DPE plus Ash Blossom negation. I don't think that's particularly strong. I wish I could have used this Overdone Burial, but we can't. And I'll just pass. Yeah, they're getting team battles back, which I think is pretty interesting. Oh, great. Santa Claus. I'm sorry, I'm lost. Why are you playing Santa Claus? What world am I in? With Moye. He's playing Tenyi with Santa Claus? I guess it's an SR? But what in the world? Either way, whatever. So you can special summon this card from your hand, defense position, maturity moments. If this one's in the end phase, you can draw one card. So I can draw one card in the end phase if he doesn't clear it, but he's obviously going to be able to clear it here. What an interesting going second strategy for Sword Soul. And by interesting, I mean BS. That's fine, I guess. This Ash Blossom does absolutely nothing, but that's okay. I still have some fodder for next turn, so if I do live, I do have quite a bit of options available to me, but we'll see. I think high chances that we don't win, but then again. Discarding the Iris Sword Soul. This dude is truly a platinum gamer. I kind of just wanted to get my activate a spell card in, and I think I got that now, and I think I have everything else. The special summon, the normal summon, spell card, and then win. So we should be pretty good for moving on after that. Yo, what's going on, Eric? Hello, hello. It's good to see you. Tuning in from work. Hey, I hope work is going pretty all right, and thank you for stopping by and saying hello. Not gonna lie, Sword Soul is actually fun whenever you don't do the same board every single duel. It's kind of, Sword Soul is interesting because I feel like it's one of those decks that's not like incredibly unfair. It churns out interesting boards or interestingly interactive boards that aren't like too crazy or anything. The problem is that they do end on generally one or two just general negations, and like if you have a board like this where it's this guy plus the Grandmaster, that's an interesting board. You have a big boss monster that's hard to out and has its interaction points that are different than something like Grandmaster. Grandmaster's a target negation, and I guess technically Baron would be a Omni negation. So I understand where that interaction is all coming from, but I still don't like Sword Soul. It just feels kind of bad. And then 28. That's fine. Immortal Phoenix Gearfried is actually going to be pretty insane here, but I think that we're still kind of running into the issue with the Sword Soul Grandmaster. So if I can draw into any type of negation here, I'm kind of in the clear. Unexpected Die is not quite it, but is kind of it. I'm going to go for the... Well, this guy, if I banish card from your graveyard instead. Banish, you can banish one card from each of both opponents' graveyards. I think I'll just go for Denier here. We'll start off with Denier. Maybe we should start off with Unexpected Die. Maybe not. I don't know. Did he lock himself from making... Yeah, I know he didn't lock himself from making the Link 1. I don't quite know why he didn't use Adhara. I can only assume it's because, you know, Platinum Gaming. But that's perfectly fine. All right, Denier on the board. Making meaningful decisions here. We're going to go ahead and go for Malicious. Banish the Malicious. And then what? Exactly. That seems fine. Oh yeah, he just used up ZMZ. I don't know why he didn't go for why didn't go for Monk of the Tenyi beforehand, but I mean, I guess it makes somewhat of sense. I do like how it highlights the card text here now, though, as like the normal card text. I think it's actually really, really cool feature. I kind of like this actually, where it's like you guys are the chat block. That makes sense. Banishing the DP. That actually hurts just a little bit, and he hasn't used the negate with that. Kind of the issue. I didn't use this unexpected die to start off the game. All right, we'll just surrender. We're fine. We're fine. Okay, let's check our dailies. I'm pretty sure we got everything, but just make sure. Oh, we didn't do our Duel live today. Let's do that too. All right, we won one. We special summon a monster. And we activated a spell card. Feels pretty good. Cool. All right, let's watch our Duel live. Watch our Duel live. And hopefully it's a good one. Ooh, it's Salamangreat on Duelist A versus Duelist B. End phase on Duelist A. Or Duelist B. So what do we got for us? Pot Desires. Banish to draw. Jack Jaguar summon. Go for a Balinx. Balinx effect, gonna go Foul. Yep, Foul's effect on board. And if I had to guess, he's gonna link into a Decode Talker Heat Soul, maybe. Not 100% certain on that. No, he's gonna go for Balinx here. So I thought he was gonna go Splash Mage into Revival. I think he's gonna go Jack Jaguar here. Oh, he's just gonna go for the classic. And then Cobble the Grave on the Go spell. Yep. He's going for the Update Jammer OTK, because he's clear. And he's got nothing. So hopefully our opponent has an Abiru. Gonna banish the Go spell. Gonna summon the Jack Jaguar. Gonna link off for Update Jammer. Easy. Gonna link off for Transcode Talker. Easy. Transcode Talker to summon. Easy. Gonna go for Access Code. Yep. Easy peasy. That's the actual free one to do. Link by going for 3. Has a 5,000 attack points, so 10,000 total that he can potentially hit with unless our opponent has been bluffing on something. Go for big for 5k. And big for 5k. Nice and simple. Nice and simple, easy FTK. Feels good. What even was Duelist B? I'm saying, I wish I could check the deck. Why was that the public one, by the way? The public ones are supposed to be cool, if I remember right. Right? Yeah, it would be cool if we could see both hands and not just Duelist A. I wish you could switch perspectives, because if you could switch perspectives, I think that would be amazing. Kind of like how other simulators can do that. I think that would be the way to go. All right, everyone. We have some things to talk about and go over here on tonight's stream. Are you guys ready? So first things first, we're going to have a discussion tonight about something that I think is very interesting and that a lot of people have been talking about in this space, about the current format in the TCG, not just Master Duel. Then we have Diamond Dew Turbo, and I'm hoping that we can get to both of those tonight. And then after that, we'll just see where the wind takes us. So I'm going to be ready. I'm just going to adjust my hair real quick. And let's go ahead and switch over to what we have right here. Wait, wrong one. Nope, also wrong one. There we go. All right. Oh, my chat block's gone. Beautiful, because chat is for some reason broken inside of this thing. Feels amazing. What's going on, 23 Lawrence? Hello, hello. It's good to see you. All right, chat block. That way we can get this cut down to about the right size. Right about there, yeah? Yeah? Yeah, all right, there we go. Perfect. Oh, wait, I need to get you guys up just a little bit. How about that? That's good. I think that's perfect right there. Let's see how that works with the dual screen. Oh, it's actually flush against my thing. I guess it's a little bit bigger. Right about there. Sure. All right, there's good. Okay. If anyone wants to start off by saying YouTube, I think that would be more than helpful. This is obviously going to be a discussion that we are going to be doing here on the Swolelax YouTube channel. I want to make this in a form of a professional video, if you will, talking about this subject. I think it's important for us to go over, and I think that a lot of people haven't been discussing this in the proper manner, personally. So, YouTube. No, we're not keeping that in the intro. Today, we're going to be talking about something that Twitter.com, if you guys aren't following me on Twitter, I highly recommend that you guys do so. And today, we're going to be talking about something that has been on the minds of a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players inside of the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG. Now, I know we normally cover Master Duel, but this is kind of important because it's somewhat of a topic that relates to both. Here's the thing that's been happening. And I bet you can guess what it is specifically what it is. Inside of the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG, there has been a plethora of discussion on Tier 0 formats. And specifically, we have this image right here, which is this format is actually insane. Sorry, this format's actually unreasonable. Make it stop. From Farfa YGO. Internet funny man Farfa. I love Farfa. And I think this is a crazy, crazy photo. If you don't know, this photo is from the most recent YCS. And this is from Full Power, the Ishizu tier. Now, Ishizu tier is Ishizu Tailorment plus miscellaneous other cards. It is probably one of the craziest formats that we've had in a very long time. There's extensively long chain links, a lot of complicated board states, and things to clarify, and this screenshot exemplifies it all. I could not tell you what is happening inside of this picture just from showing it to you. Even with the context, knowing that this is at the highest level of play, this is incredible. This is truly, truly incredible. And so this is kind of what sparked my interest in wanting to talk about this. A lot of people have been referring to this photo and referring to this YCS as a Tier 0 format. If you don't know, a Tier 0 format is when the best deck in the format is the highest represented and is not even close to the next few. It's not even close to the next few decks. If we take a look at, I believe it is this one, YCS Dabble, YCS Minneapolis, this is the exact one. It's 17 tier limits, 9 Sprite, 3 Fluanderees, 1 Dragon Link, 1 Exo Sister, and 1 Bestial Thunder Dragon. That's not a lot. 17 tier limit. That's an incredible Tier 0 format. Now, to be fair, the Sprite cards could also be playing tier limit. They could also be playing some other cards. Generally speaking here, tier limit is like just the way to go. And it seems as if that's just the biggest meta trend that's happening right now. So everywhere people are calling for a Tier 0 format. The best deck in the format is not only the highest represented, but it's also the best option to play. So now you're in a format where it's either you're playing the best option or not at all. That's Tier 0. That was kind of the way. So with the YCS Minneapolis being done and gone, and we know the breakdowns, we know what people were playing, we kind of have to understand that with the majority of decks, what we kind of have to understand is that people are not happy with this format. More specifically, we go back to that picture from Farfa saying this is the actual format. This is the picture that was showing on here. Again, I cannot tell you what's going on. But this, if you like this type of format, then good for you. But some people don't. Farfa goes on to say this format is very skill intensive and rewarding. True. Do you know what else is skill intensive and rewarding? Aerospace engineering. Doesn't mean I want to do that for fun or to relax. I think the average player doesn't enjoy one deck formats and such exhaustively long single turns. And it's hard to disagree. I think that Farfa makes a great point here, saying that the casual Yu-Gi-Oh audience, the casual player base, is not going to prefer something like this. Casual audiences really, really like to play super diverse formats. They want to play their pet deck. They want to play a bunch of different variations. They want like 20 different decks that they can try out, budget options available. And I think only a few of those rationale and a few of those reasons actually make sense. But I'd argue that should we even truly care about that? Should we even care that it's a tier 0 format? What is the harm of the tier 0 format? And in fact, is an extensive and meta-diverse game a good thing? I'd actually argue no. And here's why. If we go to Asala here is a professional Yu-Gi-Oh player, commentator, and coach, 2017 World Championship USA representative. And you may have seen Asala on various live streams for the Konami tournaments. You may have seen Asala on various live streams for the Konami tournaments. You might have seen him around for different teams. He's a top-level player and has been competing at the top level for many, many years. Asala had this to say: people can hate on tier 0 formats and overly powerful decks all they want, but when the game is at a point where a game like Jesse's top 4 game 3 can happen, I'm always for it. Absolutely beautiful gameplay. And this is kind of the really interesting part here. Professional players that were playing this YCS actually really like this format. You know, people were saying it's very skill intensive, very rewarding. Meaningful decisions are happening. Essentially, inside of Yu-Gi-Oh, there's not a whole lot that goes on that makes you say, I think this is a meaningful decision point. And what I mean by meaningful decision point is that you can take a look at the scenario, the board state, otherwise, and say to yourself, am I making the correct play? What is this going to gain me? What does my opponent have? You can think a couple moves ahead. But I feel like oftentimes in Yu-Gi-Oh, we don't really get that. We don't really get these meaningful decision points as often as we may make believe ourselves to give. No, that's not how that's phrased. As we don't really get those decision points as much as we think we do, as much as we convince ourselves that we get those things. You know, ultimately, inside of Yu-Gi-Oh, the past couple of years, there have been formats and decisions that are really intricate, but ultimately there is a definitive best play. But right now in this format, that's not really true. And you can really see the divide between the top level of plays versus the top level players versus the rest of the, and you can really see the divide versus the top level players versus the rest of the community. A lot of people disagree with the Sala. I think that Farfa is definitely one of them. But we also have Aurora YGO, who's another Yu-Gi-Oh tuber, tweeting out things like, very strange how people prefer a format like this for skill, as opposed to an incredibly diverse format because there aren't enough spots in the side deck. But if you're relying so heavily on those side matchups, does it really mean that you lack the skill without it? And of course, your boy replying to MBT here, but me losing to the 20th, and then MBT down in the comments, fighting the good fight. Me losing to the 20th best deck. God dang, this is a hard thing. Me losing to the 20th best deck's unique floodgate. Damn, I got outskilled. So it's interesting here, right? Because while I do think that there is a valid criticism in the fact that diverse formats don't have enough coverage, and also that tier 0 formats you only can cover for one, I think that I have to agree with MBT here. Every single rogue strategy or rogue option might have some unaccounted for BS that you're going to come across in tournaments. And that feels bad for top players. I see a lot of people make the argument that there isn't enough slots in the side deck to play and account for a diverse format, but that is kind of a big deal. And for the most part, anyways, you know what players are going to do, what good top level players are going to do. They're going to say, what are the best decks? And what does my deck lose to? I'm just going to side for those decks particularly. They're not going to side for the other 20 or 30 decks that are good inside the format. They're going to try to cover as much as possible with the decks available, with considering that only the top decks. They're not going to consider everything else, which is how that works in the first place. I mean, you take a look at this one also from Aurora YGO, saying that this format was in June. Where did we go wrong? I argue that we did nothing wrong. If you take a look at this list, this thing has about 11 to 10 similar variants of the punk/adventure strategy. We have Loyalist Tri-Brigade, Tenny Sword Soul, Adventure ABC, Marincess, Plunder Patrol, Despia Branded, Sky Striker, Flandreese, and then Dragon Link, etc., etc. But this is no way to live. I'd argue that a format like this is ultimately worse for a lot of different people. While you might think to yourself, oh, I have so many decks I can choose from to play, this is awesome, I think a lot of other players, and especially at the top level of play, will tell you that this is very frustrating. There's so many factors and things to account for, so many things to play and prep against, so many different cards that I have to account for, not only inside of my own deck, but against anyone that I could come across in tournament. Because you know what? Any of these decks might have a losing matchup to some random rogue strategy. And that random rogue strategy, let's say you pair up with them, you're not going to account for whatever BS they're going to throw your way. And that's frustrating. That makes you think that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is just super high variance. And that's the word, and that's the key word I want to get across here, is that high variance is typically very bad for good competitive gameplay. For good competitive gameplay, high variance is super rough. You know, we continue with MBT, and MBT Yu-Gi-Oh! MBT Funnyman has this tweet, first and foremost. Rotisserie chicken. The second is Yu-Gi-Oh! Players, when the format is extremely skill intensive, games are engaging and have a ton of back and forth and interaction, and both players get to enjoy a cool, flashy match. This is what we're getting with this current format, a tier 0 format. It is tier 0, but the reason why you're getting these engaging back and forth content is really simple. You're getting these cool back and forth games specifically because players have accounted for factors that they can foresee coming. The variance that's within Yu-Gi-Oh! And within the format of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is enough to where it's controllable, where you can really sit down and master the format. You might say to yourself, well, Swolelax, that's actually really ridiculous. No one would ask for this and no one would play in that kind of format. That's actually not even true. Look at GOAT format. Look at Edison format. These aren't necessarily tier 0 formats by any means. I'd argue that GOAT format is technically the worst one because it's the best decks in the world are some variation of Chaos, Control, or Warrior Toolbox. But any type of format with 1 to 2, maybe 3 best decks is like right in the sweet spot, where you have enough variance to where it makes it interesting and cool, but not enough variance where it's frustrating and frustrating to deal with, frustrating to account for, frustrating to play the game against. Every single deck inside of GOAT format, for the most part, is some variation of Chaos Control. Yes, you have other decks that top and other decks that you can play inside of GOAT format around the same shell, but that's the thing, isn't it? Around the same shell. Most GOAT format plays and most GOAT decks consist of a similar power cards that you know that they're playing and that you can be like, okay, I know how my deck interacts with this type of card. And this type of interaction I can account for, I can practice against, and I can get better. But you can't get better at a diverse format. That doesn't happen because the variance is so high that you'd have to play millions of games to get game states that are crazy. And that gets you the reps. It's all about getting reps in. Like, take a look at Edison. Edison's a weird case where I'd argue that Edison is actually the antithesis of what happens whenever you get a diverse format at first, but then give it time to marinate. And this is what you get. Now, I know that Edison format is an incredibly diverse format historically. We have a ton of different decks and a ton of different engines that you can run inside your builds. But I'd argue that as time has gone on, the player base has kind of seen to themselves, okay, there are certain decks that are just strictly really, really good. You know, I think obviously Black Wings is one of the best ones on there. I've been hearing that inside of the format, that these top decks here from formatlibrary.com, by the way, these top decks for Edison, Blackwing, Lightsworn, Vayu Turbo, Diva Hero, Diva Zombie, and Hero Beat are the most popular decks. And that's kind of just true, right? While yes, there are other decks you can play, and while yes, there are other engines you can play, these ones seem to be popping up everywhere inside of tournaments. So initially, on the perception of a very wide range of cards, you start to see that dwindle down into what would be considered to be these engines and these decks and these shells, right? Black Wings right now inside of Edison is probably one of the best decks in that format after years and months of people getting into it. And so what I'm trying to say here, though, is that even though the Edison is very high variance, the lower the variance got, I think the more that people were starting to understand how the format works, how their cards interact with different cards in that format, and then firmly decide what is good, what is bad. That's what happens. You take known factors at high variance, you shave them down until you have every single interaction that you could ever have, and then that's how you get and determine the best decks. That breeds good competition, by the way, because people master their decks and start to understand more about what's going on. But clearly as well, I think over GOAT format, why Edison is also getting to be more popular in GOAT format, is you have different points of interaction that are unique to the archetype and the decks that are popular. And that's a whole another discussion for itself. But I'd like to compare Edison, if you will, to a specific game. And this is, unfortunately, where we have to introduce the melee argument into Yu-Gi-Oh! So, the melee argument into Yu-Gi-Oh!, at least in my opinion, is that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is most analogous, I think, to Super Smash Bros. In terms of a fighting game. If you think of every single format or every single game as a fighting game, a character with kits and an archetype with kits, this is kind of what you get. You get Super Smash Bros. You get bunch of different characters with a bunch of different things that they can do unique to their character. However, you also have mechanics that are universal across the board. You know, people for a long time said that GOAT format is the melee of Yu-Gi-Oh! It has a bunch of things that are universal across the board, and each of the different decks kind of do something different. I disagree. I think that that's Edison format. I think Edison format has a ton of different decks and a ton of different strategies, but however have some commonalities and common mechanics and things between them, which makes it a lot better for skill. You have things that you can account for and things that you should account for and things that you can't account for. That's, to me, a mark of a good competitive experience. So even for Melee here, this is Hungrybox's tier list. This is from Event Hubs. You can clearly see that there are about 11 top characters here from the B tier up that do well in competitive Melee. But would you say that this is bad variance? No. I'd argue this is the good version of high variance. You can have good and you can have good and bad high variance. You can have very diverse games and diverse formats as long as there are enough things that can be accounted for. And Melee, over the course of its 20-year lifespan, has been dissected back and forth. And while it is extremely, extremely diverse, ultimately speaking, the cream of a crop rise up, and those matchups in between the top ranks from the B tier to the double S tier are really interesting, are really intricate. You could throw in the D tiers, the E tiers, and the F tiers because they all have their own interactions with each other. But ultimately speaking, the mechanics that are shared between all of these characters and what makes them different allows for good high variance and good low variance. It's a good balance between the two. But I'd argue that a diverse meta is more like, and I actually haven't even searched this up yet, but I'm super down to say this. Hold on. Sure, we'll just pull up some random one. I actually don't necessarily know who I'm going to be looking at here. I'm trying to find one that's not from a dude. MK Leo, sure. Hypest characters, whatever. Sure, we'll do this one, but we'll talk about this one. We'll use it for the discussion, but I don't necessarily think it's like super important. There we go. Why not? All right. So, when we have super diverse formats, I actually attribute it to something more like Smash Ultimate. Now, Smash Ultimate is not, this is not an actual tier list for Smash Ultimate. It's MKLeo's hypest characters to not hypest characters. But the point, as I'm trying to say, is that there are, if you look at this character sheet, there's just so much here and so much on the board. There's way too many variables to account for. And yes, you can, in theory, similar to Melee and similar to other forms of fighting games, master each of the characters and each of the variations and the stages and whatever you're going to be on to find the top level and find the top characters. But there's just so much variation and so much jank within that variation. Some characters lose to others and some characters win against those characters, and so on and so on and so on. Some would argue that this is a good thing. Some argue that this is the way to go, super diverse. But I'd argue, no, it's not necessarily a super good thing to do. Again, I think for casual play, this is okay. I think for casual play, this makes a lot of sense to have a lot of different things you can do and a lot of different things that you can't account for. But I think at the top levels of play, you have extremely simplified formats that are like this, formats that don't quite contain high variance. Again, it's a balancing act between high variance and low variance. You want enough high variance to make it interesting, but you want enough low variance where players can account for non-BS things inside of their competitive experience. And that's what I think, ultimately speaking, people are missing about this discussion. It's not a factor of, well, I can't side against these things. It's not a factor of, well, I just don't want to play in a tier 0 format. It's the fact is that at the top levels of competitive play, a good competitive experience does not consist of super high variance. And while that can be boring to some people, it's clear that historically speaking, we tend to take those formats and make them into our historic formats. Take a la Edison and GOAT format. Edison and GOAT format are two of the most popular alternative formats, and I'd argue that they have super low variance. They're not quite tier 0, maybe except for GOAT, but they have enough high variance to make it interesting and enough low variance to make it competitively viable. From what I see from this June list of this June YCS, I don't think this is competitively viable. There is way too much stuff on here in random BS that you can't account for that is just horrendous. And frankly, I don't know where that leads us. While personally I would love to have a super diverse format because I'm a budget player, I also love to see cool and interesting decks win that aren't just the best decks of the format, right? But I also want a good competitive experience. I really do. I want a good competitive experience for Yu-Gi-Oh! And if this is the cost of competitive Yu-Gi-Oh!, I'm sorry. That seems like okay to me, right? I don't know. It's an interesting discussion that I think needs to be mulled over. But I think people are forgetting the fact that at its core, if we want a good battle card game, the competitive experience probably needs to be prioritized. I don't know. Maybe that's just me though. I don't know. Yeah, in plant format, you have streamlined engines and toolbox, extra decks shared amongst all Tengu plant, Light Swarm package, Reborn Tengu. Exactly. Like, packages and those things make a lot of sense, right? Like, this is the kind of the point that I wanted to get across, is that inside of other historical formats, or inside of a good format, there's like packages and things that you can be like, I know how this interacts and I know what I can do with my card pool to deal with it. Think toss format, right? Like, toss format is super high variance, but for the most part, it's every card interacts in different ways and you pretty much know where it's going to lead. So now it's up to you to figure out how to win using your cards against a state, like a board state that you could account for, frankly. And that's definitely super important for sure. I want to actually throw in the actual factor of it has to be time. The more time we are in a tier 0 format, the more it gets stale and takes away casuals from trying to step in comp. I agree. Actually, Louis Plays brings up a really great point in saying that if we are in, let's say, eternal format, like toss format, for way too long, it starts to push out more casual players and really alienates your audience. That's kind of like Melee. Melee right now, if you're playing Melee, it's pretty much hyper competitively. But, obviously they've released newer Smash Brothers. There's no new Yu-Gi-Oh! So that's a good point. I'd actually like to say that that's also a very good point. Yeah, there will always be a best tech in the format, and there will always be dictated by the competitive people, but because they want to win, and too much diversity makes it hard to account for everything. Exactly. This take of yours is almost as controversial as saying Cyber Twin Dragon is bad. Agreed. This is the equivalency. This is my Cyber Twin Dragon is bad too. For sure. One thing I like about Tier Ishizu and Bestial is the low amount of hand traps. However, I dislike how expensive it is. Cost is definitely a big format. There was a great Twitter thread, I think by House of Champs and MBT on the back and forth, talking about how it's been more and more expensive to actually play Yu-Gi-Oh! More recently. And I do agree that it's gotten to a critical mass. Like, the structure decks are really nice, but the structure decks are not good, right? Like, when is our next competitive structure deck? Like, I want to be able to get in with a $30 investment into the game. Or it would be like 36 now because they're each $12 a piece, whatever it is. But yeah, the cost is a big entry barrier. And if it's a tier 0 format where cost is there, I can agree that is very bad. Like if price is the gatekeep for the tier 0 format, bad tier 0 format. Bad tier 0 format. But if it's a moderate to low price tier 0 format, I can be okay with that. Accessibility overall is definitely something that should be there for sure. That is agreed. But yeah, wasn't the last structure deck the Crystal Gems and Rainbow Dragon? It was. The new one coming out, I think, is Trap Tricks though, which could be interesting. That could have something there. But yeah, I think overall, a couple things to note as well is that we don't want to sit too long in a tier 0 format. I think like Louis Plays was saying, it alienates pretty much everyone. It pushes out anyone that's not hyper competitive. And then 2, of course, kind of like Eric was saying, we don't want to price gate. If we price gate, that's a bad tier 0 format. That is the worst tier 0 format by far. Let's not get that twisted. So I agree. I agree. But yeah, it always sucks to lose to jank, and having too much diversity with some random jank feels bad. Yeah, some random jank feels good and interesting. Some random jank feels bad. I think it's kind of what the MBT line of thinking was, where it's like, yeah, like diversity is great inside of your Yu-Gi-Oh game, but if I'm losing to X, if the solution is like give the rogue decks floodgates, like that just seems kind of crazy. Yeah, the new Dark World structure deck doesn't seem very strong. It doesn't seem as strong because of Bystial and Tyr. Super agree. Yeah, what we need is a re-release of the Hero Strike structure decks. True. Yeah, shops were actually throwing away cards. Sort of Vanguard had 2 years ago where they're called the Lard V format. It was tier 0 and it was ooh. That sounds amazing and also ridiculous. I've actually never played Vanguard. I've only played I've played most card games. I've maybe dabbled in a little bit of others here, but I've never played. Vanguard's one of them that I never really got into. Digimon card game was cool. Dragon Ball Z, the Naruto card game, which is just the Dragon Ball Z card game. Or no, it's just the Digimon card game. Bunch of other stuff. Yeah, we need a sequel to Hero Strike. People hate the amount of hero support has, but it just most of it isn't good. True, and big agree. On that note, do y'all want to build some Diamond Dude Turbo? Do y'all want to build some Diamond Dude Turbo 20 circa 2022? I think we have the power. Diamond Dude Turbo 2. Okay. So, only a few days left in the pass. Also true, if you guys, as a reminder, make sure you guys are getting your pass done. All right, we're going to do these 3. I think I'm going to do 2 of the Vion, 3 Maxi, of course, 3 Ash Blossom, Master Duel Tax, of course. Let's do, well, I'll just search for Hero. Hero! And we got to do 3 Hero Lives, feels good, 2 Shadow Mist. Oh, when did I pull Diamond Dude? When did I pull a Royal Rare Diamond Dude? Well, now that we have Royal Rare Diamond Dude, we got to do Diamond Dude Turbo. Holy. Is it in the Legacy Packs? It is in the Legacy Packs. Whoa. Whoa. 111? Sure, let's pull some more. Why not? Let's try to see if we can do it. Yeah, since when? Yeah, since when is Diamond Dude Royal? And also, it's a super rare? That's jank. That's super jank. Why is it a super rare? Ah, Monster Reborn. This card sucks. Before they brought back Monster Reborn, this is what they tried giving us. It was amazing. Yeah, heroes have to be the most expensive deck. They probably are, for sure. Most of that time you pull like 1,000 legacy packs. That's probably true, actually. I haven't really been paying attention to a lot of these things. Oh, this is a card that we could have some fun with. That'd be amazing. Yeah, it probably was within that time we pulled 1,000. I haven't reached the 1,000 yet again. Stealth Dragon's good. Stealth Dragon is very good. DD Dog. Got a little bit of dog in him, you know what I'm saying? Neat. Yeah, have you seen the Hero Umi deck in the OCG? I have not seen it. That does sound pretty jank, though. Gosh, I have 2 of these. I have 2 of those now. I don't need those. That's amazing. But no, that sounds really cool. I would love a Hero Umi deck. That sounds interesting. XYZ Import. Fun. And last pack. I can't believe Diamond Dude's a super rare. Giant Rat, that's pretty good, actually. All right. Oh, it returned me back. That's great. Oh, God, thank God. That's such a good quality of life change. I can't believe Diamond Dude is a super rare, by the way. That's actually tragic. And I hate that so much. All right, we'll go for these 2. We'll go for, obviously, a modern one. We'll have this. We'll probably have the mass change. Maybe this one. Maybe, not entirely sure. We'll have to go for... We're playing a lot of Destiny heroes, so that actually wouldn't be a too bad idea to have that. Maybe one of you Destiny draw. It's probably not that bad. Yeah, why can't you just open 100 packs at a time? I would love for that thing to open 20 packs at a time. I think that'd be really fun. Or probably the best version of that. Yes, 100%. There's no way. One there. Okay, that's good. What else are we missing? Probably one of you. A poly seems like we need that. Yeah, that seems fine. What are we missing here? This is probably gone. This probably need that. Probably need lightning storm. Probably need this. Probably need that. Probably need imperm at 3. Probably need, where's my poly? It's poly. Okay, so this is the base of our Diamond Dude Turbo deck. What's the problem here? What's the problem here? Well, the problem is we don't have enough jank. Right? Dangerous, also need dangerous. That's also correct. And Fusion Destiny, which is rare? Yes. Yes, it is. So, let's see. Yeah, this Destiny Hero deck I should have built before the Massacre. Also agreed. So this is kind of, we're in a little bit of a pickle here because this is a cool hero engine, but you know what we have to cut out? We have to cut out like all this stuff for things like, I actually think triple tactics is actually really good in this. So we have to go for like triple tack. What's the Ojama Delta Hurricane? This one right here. Destroy all cards your opponent controls. Feels really good. You can stack your deck with Dominance and use Diamond Dude. Yeah, Dominance would be a bad idea. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. If your opponent controls... of your opponent or your opponent's deck. Yours or your opponent's deck. Okay, cool. Then place them in any order. When this card destroys a monster by battle. That actually is not too bad. It's a UR, so it's going to be kind of complicated, but is what it is. Disc Commander. Probably needs to be in there. This seems pretty good. We'll go back to our hero list. Yeah, pop with DPE and summon it. I think that's actually, yeah, that's probably going to be the banger. Let's go with these two. Acid maybe is a one of. Varus is a one of. Or, I don't know. Yo, what's going on, Nubakis? Hello, by the way. So I know it's Diamond Dude. Lets you use a spell card, but why does it bypass requirements? So technically, Diamond Dude says this. Once per turn, you can excavate the top card of your deck, and if it's a normal spell, send it to the graveyard. Otherwise, place it on the bottom of your deck. Makes sense. So during the main phase of your next turn, you can activate the effect of the spell card. And you no longer control, even if you no longer control his face-up card. That's a great reworking. So the way that this works in terms of the logic of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Computer is that if you have an effect, you can activate the effect. But the requirements and the restrictions, like let's say, for example, if your opponent has activated the card this turn, that's the activation requirement. And the cost, technically, that's what you're skipping. Because you're only activating the effect, which the effect of, let's say, Triple Tactics Talent is either draw 2 cards, take control of one of your opponent's monsters, or look at your opponent's hand and choose one to shuffle it. Ojama Delta Hurricane is a great example where it's like the requirements and the cost is if you control Ojama green, yellow, and black, destroy all opponent's cards they control. So the effect is destroy all cards your opponent controls, but the cost is Ojama green, yellow, and black, right? That's kind of how it makes sense. So this guy is only for the effect of the spell card. Doesn't really matter for anything else. So that's kind of the best way of thinking about it, I think. We're gonna go 2 of this guy. I think we're gonna do. So we have a bunch of jank here. What's cards that say like just draw 2 cards? I think it's Magical Stone. Magical Stone Excavation. Discard 2 cards and target a spell, add in the hand. It seems alright. Dark Angel. I think Dark Angel's good. We could add Dark. I don't want to say Dark. Dark Angel. Both of there. Okay, so we have what are the good spell cards? We have Destiny Draw. That's one that we have that's good. We've got Dad, Dark Arm Dragon. Did I pull a dad? I have one dad. Okay, you guys can have dad. You can have dad. Does it work with Swords of Revealing Light? Swords of Revealing Light is not a continuous. Yeah, it might, actually. I'm pretty sure it might. But it only works for normal spell cards. So what are some normal spell cards that we can put in here? That we have that are really good. We've got Harpy's Feather Duster, check. Raigeki, check. Monster Reborn, seems pretty alright. We've got the Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, seems really funny. We have Engage, we could play Engage for one, that'd be kind of interesting. Neos Fusion would be hilarious. Fusion Deployment, this guy, no. Yeah, Swords of Revealing Light, I think it does, but I actually don't know how that works. I think this card has to remain face up on the field, I believe, for that to work, but it is what it is. Let's see. Technically, we could play E-Call for card advantage, but I don't know how well that would work. We want, like, big blowout jank cards in here. Like, technically, Lightning Vortex works in the same way, but Delta Hurricane is almost just better. In fact, I think I'm going to bump up Delta Hurricanes. Because Delta Hurricane is mad funny. Let's see. Moray of Greed. I don't think it works with Moray of Greed, right? Because the effect of this card is it's not draw 3, or otherwise it would definitely be. White Elephant's Gift is technically 1. Because the effect is draw 2 cards. That seems about right. Afterburner would be kind of fun. Duality of Duality. True. Yeah, pump the D draw. He. All right, 50 cards for this deck. What's Photon Hypernova again? This card is also draw 2 cards. Yeah, this card is also just draw 2 cards for that. But I think White Elephant's Gift might just be bad because we can't just generally use it. I think that's what we're getting at with that one, right? You go for a bunch of burn cards. That'd be really funny. What do we get here? Double Summon might be interesting. Probably just some generic battle traps might be fun to do. Yeah, that seems about right. Seems and feels about right. Is there a huge draw spell? Most of the draw spells in this game are only like draw a few, right? Which is not incredible. We already have a few draw 2s in here, and we also have a big board clear. We have Lightning Storm, we have A Hero Lives, Triple Tack. This seems all right. It's 50 cards, so I don't love that, but I also don't hate that at all. We do have to get 3 Diamond Dudes, which is not great. But yeah. I think Destiny Draw, we can just put that at 2. Gotta craft that. Not a big fan of that. What do we get from this? Shrouded Heroes? Save? I think we can pull Dominance from this. Yes, we can. Let's go ahead and spend, unfortunately, another 1,000 gems on a hero pack. I'm pretty sure at this point we spent over 20,000 gems on heroes, for sure. Look, Fusion Destiny. Was the duel pass longer? I'm not sure I'll finish it this time around. I actually don't know if it was longer than the last one. I'm pretty sure it was the same, but it could be different. Adoration, okay. Adoration's fun. And also a nice little craft, which is fun. Yeah, all the hero cards are really UR and SR, right? I'm saying. I'm actually saying. Okay. Close Forest, another draw hand. Draw hand might be good to put in the extra. Oh, we got to put in Vertet as well. Maybe Isolde? No, maybe Isolde might be bad. Isolde might be bad. Dimensional Present. Oh, yo, let's go! And a D-Force. Dimensional Present is pretty good. I don't know how well we're gonna be able to use it, but it's pretty good. Vision Fusion is really funny. Ah. Dark Cavalry, I guess if we're playing that Gaia deck, we're in there. Feels funny. We aren't gonna get what we're looking for, are we? I just want like a Diamond Dude. Diamond Dude's only in the Legacy packs. I just want one of the UR, and that's all I need. And another D-Force. Well, I'm pretty sure I made back my... Oh! There was no URs in this one. Oh, big rip. Big rip. Yo, what's going on, Platinum Soap? Hello, hello. It's good to see you. What is... We'd have to buy... How much would we have to spend on this game to get a guaranteed ultra rare? I'm saying the Dark Magician polls. If you guys are there for the Dark Magician polls, y'all already know. Y'all already know how bad that was, how truly awful that was. You have to spend $20 to get our guaranteed ultra rare. I don't know if I want that. Not right now. Maybe. What is this deck? What do you mean? What do you mean? This is Diamond Dude Turbo. This is unfortunately Diamond Dude Turbo. The new Diamond Dude Turbo. And I'm not a fan. I didn't get any SRs from that, so unfortunately, we get to SR here. All right, let's break down some of these SRs. We got... where are you? These ones are all fine. These ones are all good. These ones are all good. I keep on thinking to myself, I'm like, oh, well, I have so many of these like random 3-ofs that I don't ever use, but I do kind of use some of them. Dark Cavalry. Oh, man, I gotta get rid of you, sure. Summon Skull's fun. I don't know if I could ever really go back to Summon Skull. It's available in the Legacy pack, so I probably could just dust that for free now. We only need one more, and I think that's okay. Well... No, actually, we can probably do more with that. What else do we have here? Yeah, it sucks that you have to buy 10 packs to get the free UR it was supposed to have. I know. Why not just give me a random game UR? That's almost just as good. It's not almost just as good, but you know. Well, I can get rid of a few of these dimensional prisons. It's pretty fun. Oh, Closed Forest. There we go. All right. We're keeping both of those because we might actually go into a Gaia deck once. So, you know, is what it is. Are you getting the new Pendulum cards? Yeah, I'll probably get beyond the Pendulum and do a whole Triff video. That sounds fun, right? I mean, I don't know. I kind of hate the fact that we haven't gotten... We're skipping sets now. We're doing the Duel Links thing where they're trickling in cards to us where I'm like, just give it to us. Why? What's the problem? Like there is a problem, but come on. Like you can do better. What am I missing in this deck? Oh, Predaplant. Vert's Anaconda, 13. This guy is the guy that we need, right? This guy is the guy that we like desperately need. I'm not a fan. Because he is really pretty much the best card for Diamond Dude Turbo. Plus he's a big dude, he can get over a lot of stuff, feels pretty good. What do we do after that though? We send. We have a lot of miscellaneous stuff we probably don't need. 50 cards is kind of a lot, but we definitely are gonna choke on some mana. So I'm gonna get rid of those two because we already have Destiny Draw, which is useful. So I'm gonna need to use some Pot of Desires. Pot of Desires actually might be good. Yeah, Desires might be better here. That's Avarice. Avarice might be pretty good too. We'll use Desires. Yeah, Desires is actually useful. Okay, well, I don't like doing this, but I will if I have to. Yeah, max out on the D draws and the heroes you're playing. I think we are gonna. I need 2 more cards in the extra deck. Are there any hero cards I'm forgetting? I guess I could play something like, I guess I could play Trinity. I don't usually play Trinity, but Trinity's fine here, I think. What else do we need here? A Dominance would be kind of funny. The Link 3. I don't think we'll ever really get to the Link 3, but we might. Summoner Monk. Summoner Monk's pretty good. Foolish Burial. Foolish Burial's really good, yep. I have no Foolish Burial. That sucks. Wonder Driver. Dread Decimator. Yeah, I probably it's just a one of, so we'll put in Wonder Driver. I think makes the most sense, but or Enki. I have Mask Change in here. Maybe I cut the mask changes and focus on just the dark heroes. That seems about right. I mean, 50 cards is still kind of gnarly. Diamond Dude Turbo 2. I can like this. It's the dominance that's getting me. All right, let's do something I just said I didn't want to do. Okay, thank God you guys can't see it. It's okay, it's working. It's working. Neat. Okay, we're here. Yeah, cut 1 Dark Law and put in a Cross Crusader. You're saying 3 Cross Crusaders? I don't know if Cross Crusader at 3 is gonna be good. I think 2 is perfectly fine. If we need 3 or more, then I think that's where we lose. Shrouded Heroes Secret Pack. Let's run it. Better. Yeah, you can go back over your deck after opening packs. It's super, super nice. That's the one quality of life change that I can really appreciate. Lila, the Lightsworn Sorceress. Drill Dark otherwise. Yeah, I already have 2 on. Hey, yeah, no, I think 2 is good. 3 might be all right, but we're kind of in there. Yeah, 3 URs, a little better. Okay. Hopefully this is a UR. Dystopia. Ooh, at least it's dust. And Dystopia is really cool too. Is Dusktopia good? I don't think so. Upgrade, let's go! Huge upgrade. It's in the pack too. Oh, it's Trinity. It's just Trinity. I'm not one to complain about a free UR, but it's just Trinity. Oh, it's in our pack. Let's go! It's Dominance, yes! Wait. If Dominance was a Royal, we're taking Dominance to Diamond 1. But it's not a Royal, so we can't take it to Diamond 1. Unfortunate. All right, big in there. Okay. All right, big pull in the Dominance. That's all we truthfully cared about. Ancient City Rainbow Ruins. We got some good value out of this one. And a shiny Disc Commander. I can take that. Feels good. All right, last 2. I think the last 2 are URs. We'll see. Oh, 1 in the pack, 1 out of the pack. Ooh. Interesting. All right, shaken. Medallion of the Ice Barrier and a Ferris. That's a huge pull. We already have 3 Ferris, but crazy. Let's go. Oh, in the pack and outside the pack again. Plasma and Pendulum Odd Eyes. Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. And a Plasma, a second Plasma, okay. We got 5 URs there, and I can dust 5 of them, or 4 of them. That feels pretty good. That feels insane. All right. Well, we got what we wanted. That's the important part. It's all we truthfully care about. All right, back on the streets. What was I thinking of? Is it Dusktopia? Yeah, this guy. 1 Destiny Hero Fusion plus 1 Destiny Hero Monster. If it's Fusion Summon, you can Fusion Summon 1 Fusion Monster from your action deck using monster from your hand. If you Fusion Material, once returning target monster in the field, make it unable to destroy back battle card effects. If you do, pick example. This one's a bad one. This one's a bad one. That's a bad card. Disc Commander. We're looking for Disc Disc Commander. We want the shiny one. What else were we needing there? Yeah, we got the Dom and the 40 Dust. It feels pretty good. Feels pretty good, I think. 40 Dust, we have 1 UR to craft. If we really wanted to craft a UR, I guess technically Foolish Burial would be good. Foolish Burial would be very good if that's the case. Thinking on that. Maybe we cut something for a Foolish Burial. Maybe not. I mean, this guy's kind of cope, I think, for the Liquid Soldier, but I think he's all right. We just kind of generally need a Foolish Burial, right? Like, he's a card. It's a card that we're gonna use. It's a decent staple. I don't really know. We'll save it. I don't think we really truly need it right now. We have tons of stuff here, but yeah, the Royal Diamond Dude. I can't believe we pulled this from a legacy pack and I didn't notice. Anyways, this is Diamond Dude Turbo 2. I don't think this deck list is particularly very powerful or particularly very good, but we'll have to see. We kind of just threw it together. We're hoping to use Diamond Dude's effect to send normal spell cards. We're stocked up on normal spell cards. Things like Ojama Delta Hurricane, destroys all cards your opponent controls. We've got Destiny Draw. Draw 2 cards, discard Destiny Hero Monster, has some utility. We have A Hero Lives, we have Pot of Desires, we have Fusion Destiny, Lightning Storm, Triple Tactics Talent, Miracle Fusion. A bunch of really great stuff. A bunch of really, really good stuff. Plus, we're playing a Dad. So you guys can have Dad back. Dad came home. So this is kind of what we're feeling with the deck. I don't know how it's going to happen or how it's going to work. But ideally, we have Destiny Hero Diamond Dude, maybe like the Dominance out. And then we can stack cards and activate Diamond Dude and pop off that way. Otherwise, we're playing a fairly standard hero deck. So yeah, we'll see. We shall see. Let's get our Protector. We'll go Dark. Field. I don't have the Dark Field, the Rune, the Tribute Field. I wish I did. So we're gonna go for Hero City. We'll go for the Lava one. Mate Base. I think we'll go for the and then 3 main cards. You know, it's got to be Diamond Dude, Dominance, and Fusion Destiny. Sure. No. Ojama Delta Hurricane, of course. My mistake. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful every time. All right, so let's see what we can do. Enter the dual field and we'll go. How much are new fields, by the way? There's 600. We are so close. I was going to get the Ritual Cage. So close. Still don't have any Royal Hero cards? Oh, feels bad. Feels actual bad. All right, say goodbye to Celtic Guardian deck and hello to Diamond Dude Turbo. Let's run it. Let's run Diamond Dude Turbo 2. The Pendulum Scareclaw pack looks cute. You know what's going on card limits, by the way. Hello. Yeah, the Pendulum... I think Scareclaw looks pretty interesting. It's funny how they're adding Scareclaw in, but... You know, I'm sad that it's not the Neos stuff first. Give me Neos, please. Ooh. We've got Dad. We've got Pot Desires. We have Mass Change. Seems pretty good here. Nothing to interrupt their plays, though, so we're going to be sitting here. for a while. Yeah, we're going to sit in here for a long time. Power Spell Majesty. Insane. I have Pendulum deck in Master Duel, so I only need Beyond the Pendulum and the Pendulum for Zark. Oh! Beyond the Pendulum is actually pretty crazy. Apparently it gets like 5 plus negations. All right, we're going to sit back and see how long it takes for this guy to not combo. Oh, it's Metal Gear. Interesting. Oh, it's Galaxy Tomahawk too. All right, even more interesting. Let me just take a nap. Me. I'm sorry? Speed of rubber band? What's the crazy part? Yeah, big GG. You think the next Neo support is next? I think it's like way afterwards. It should have been the next one because that makes sense, but they maybe want to release it with like a Duel Links update. I really don't know. I don't know what their mind was thinking of themselves, and they're like, yeah, for sure. We're gonna go for this right here. You know, we're gonna go for not Neos. Easiest layup of their life. Yeah, where's the Crystal Beast stuff? True. What's going on, what's going on, Aiden? How's it going? Hello. Yeah, well, can get 3 searches to Ride of 2 monsters and start Pendulum Graph. It's crazy. That card's nuts. The TCG price for the Teal'c's field spell is wild. Isn't it like $100? It was like 80 whenever it was on release, which is nuts. Oh, Dimension Force comes out before Pote. Diaphil comes out before Pote. That makes sense. Looks like an FTK. It kind of does, but I don't know. Like he's ending on a board of Karakiri, Steel Shogun, and this guy? Oh, okay, no, it actually might be Phantasmal Lord Bish Balkan. It's Bish Balkan, yeah. No, you're right. It's Bish Balkan. Bish Balkan, no hand traps. Feels good. Yep. 2 Link Spiders. Bish Balkan. This Bish is Balkan. He knows he's going first, right? Oh! I'm so confused. Yeah, it's Machu Mech. All right. Feels good. Let's get out of here. Thank you for wasting our time, and have a good day in the current rank. All right, we go again. We try to see if we can get a fun game. At least 1, maybe 2. That's all I'm asking for. All right, going second again. We're going first, okay. Problematic because if it is Numeron, we're kind of in the there, but well, okay, we have a few different options here. We have Summoner Monk into Ojama Delta Hurricane. We've got this for a Destiny draw for 2. I kind of want to go for Summoner Monk here. We go for Summoner Monk. We activate Summoner Monk's effect. We discard our Ojama Delta Hurricane. And we could special in Stratos to have guys for Destiny draw to discard. That actually might be pretty good. Otherwise, we go Diamond Dude Turbo. You know what? Well, screw it. Diamond Dude Royal Rare Turbo. We'll activate Diamond Dude's effect. We'll peek that top card. It's Lightning Storm! Okay, now we can activate Lightning Storm on the next turn. Feels pretty good. Link 2 for Verte. Oh, wait a minute. This is what I should have done here. because if we had draw hand, we'd have Dark Law plus Verte. But instead, I think we just go for Verte here. Goodbye, Royal Rare Diamond Dude. For our Predaplant Verte Anaconda. Predaplant Verte Anaconda, we burn for 2k, we send Fusion Destiny. And then we go for... Okay, here's the really funny part. I think we go for Dominance. We go Disc Commander, we go Mali, Disc Commander, and I'm super down for a Denier. And we'll go for... Wait, does Dark Angel work the way I want it to? I don't think it really matters. We'll go with Dominance here. Summon the... He's a UR with no summoning animation. No way, dog. All right, I'm going to go with my deck. Top cards and put them in order. Well, the easiest choice here is Diamond Dude, clearly, right? Otherwise, we go Hero Lives because he's clearly gonna smash our face in. That's fine. We'll go for Diamond Dude. We want to see Diamond Dude. And I'll set one and we'll pass. All right, this is really funny. Fun. This we would have had a pretty crazy board, and could have had Dominance plus a Dark Law, but now it's fine. Oh, Cyber Dragon. A shocker, the person with the Cyber Dragon buddy would have the Cyber Dragon as the guy. That's pretty good, actually. Special summon him out. That's pretty fun. Okay, summon back the effect of Cyber Dragon. Again, seems fine. Seems fine. Machine Dupe on Cyber Dragon. Seems fine. This is not fine. Yep, this is working out. This is working out. Either way. Yeah, I don't often play my Pendulum deck in Master Duel due to Max C. Max C is kind of the entry barrier for any type of shenanigans, so I do understand why. A random fun fact, I think the only card that references Neos is Dimension Explosion. Whoa, that's crazy. He's actually in a card art? That's actually the nuts part. Yo, what's going on, Xenokun? Hello. Yeah, how decent it is. Truly the most decent of decent decks is Cyber Dragon. Neos is actually in. That's nuts. Oh, thank God we didn't put him into attack position. Oh, gosh. Yo, what's going on, Conan Hill? What's up? How's it going? It's good to see you in here. We're just in a complicated board state with Diamond Dude Turbo. So, you know, we're doing good. We're doing very good. Yep, he's bringing out Rampage Dragon. Yep. Bring out the Rampage Dragon. He's gonna go for what? Cyber Dragon Infinity. Infinity to crash. He negates the effect. There's I forgot he has a normal summon. Feels good. Feels good, feels good. Decent just got done uploading my Duel Links video, so now I'm gonna play Master Duel. Hey, feels good. Yeah, I heard some cool stuff's happening in Duel Links right now, but I'm not quite sure. It's been a little bit since I've played some Duel Links, but it's good to hear. Yeah, Cyber Dragon and Thunder Dragon is slightly equal, but it's still neat. Yeah, Cyber Dragons I think are slightly better, but then no, Thunder Dragons are better. I think Thunder Dragons are just slightly better than Cyber Dragons, but I understand that like they're maybe they're actually both like pretty equal in skill. Negates, destroys, pretty much. I think he's gonna just. I mean, he's got game, right? Yeah. Yeah, this makes sense. Yeah, this makes sense. Yeah. Who said Master Duel is dying? Oh, I don't know. I think Master Duel is kind of stale right now for sure, but I don't think it's like necessarily dying. Okay, we can admit that we got owned by this guy, but then again, I don't know what more we could have done here. Truly. Truly. How many gems do you think I would need to get a hero deck? Oh man, I think honestly, it'll take anywhere between 10 to 14,000 gems. 10 to 14,000 gems for sure to get one. One tip for me, Chaz it up. True. I think we go draw hand, right? We add the draw hand. The draw hand makes everything better. Because then we can actually at least go into some slightly better plays. Dark Angel, I think, is actually worse for our strategy. We'll go with that. There we go. Yeah, 10K and some luck. It's like, at minimum, 5K with a lot of luck. It's, at maximum, like 20. It's incredible. Yeah, Hero is super expensive and barely worth it. Also incredibly true. I think that heroes are not that good no matter how you slice them, but god dang is it fun. Yeah, Fusion Destiny hurts a lot at 1. If Fusion Destiny was at 2, I'd say it's probably better, but that's super true. Draw a hand, okay? It's pretty fun. We have the option to go for like extreme draw power here, and if this triple attack might come into play, which is fun. Or not. We can just stand there menacingly. Feels good. Okay, on to the next one. On to the next one. Going second. That's the hero's lifestyle. Flaunderies, maybe. I don't know too many Flaunderies players that'll just scoop immediately after going first, or not going first, but I can definitely see it. Prank Kids, Roxy's. It's either Adamantipator or it's actual Prank Kids. It's crazy. This Imperm's not going to do a whole lot, but dang, this Destiny draw would have done a ton, which would have been amazing. Neospacian retrains when? I'm saying. Neospatians, like, they've had so many waves of support, but only like 2 playable Neospatians. Okay, so this is Adamantipator. That's good to know. Yeah, I have a feeling that I know the answers, but is Cyber Dragon any better in value price-wise? Oh, 100% is. 100% is. Yeah, for sure. I think that Cyber Dragon is all contained into one pack, right? The Pearlescent Cyber Dragon pack. But it's also, yeah, it's all contained in the one singular pack, which is, I think, is, pretty impressive. But also too, like, it's really straightforward to build, and you get more bang for your buck value-wise. It's maybe like 2 to 3 to 5,000 gems. You have to get somewhat lucky, but not as lucky, because most of the Cyber Dragon cards are not URs. So Oh, Block Dragon, very cool. Why is this card still legal? Neat. I saw Flu get Flu Scum, true. Get bodied by Guy the Fierce Knight. Let's go! Feels good, by the way. Yeah, Cyber Dragon is probably more worth it for a decent little budget deck, for sure. Oh, Apollosa Bow, the Goddess. Feels good. And he's normal summoned already, so essentially it would just be for what? What would this be for? I hate Flaunderies with a burning passion, so it's great to see that Gaia is doing it. Because no way that's a good thing. Yeah, Cyber Dragon's way cheaper than Heroes. Oh, he gets the Gigantes. Well, he banishes one for the Gigantes. And then he can special summon The researcher. That's fine. I kind of want to just do this and then see if we lose. We probably still do because he's got his analyzer in his hand. And he has the Apollosa. And I hate that. I really do. I really do. Bias towards anything GX related? True, me too. I mean, heck, that's... if you can't tell by my affinity for heroes, Cyber Dragons, Neospacian, and Ojamas, and Moki Moki, I guess. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX is the jam. It's truly the jam. It's the big one. I don't know. My idea for Neospacian retrains for how they are now. So heroes, so that Neospacian hero, but of course they can treat it as the original Neospacian everywhere. So Neos Fusion still works on them. Actually, would be pretty good. You could search them easier or not. Nemesis Corridor. Yeah. Yep. We're waiting. 8, 2, 2, 8, 10. A 10 for Baron. Or he can just keep the monster negate and the Apollosa monster negates. Seems pretty underwhelming, but okay. Adamancipator. Generic negates and plays 50 long turns with no interaction on my turn. You gotta love it. Oh, if he opens a Dweller, it's over. If he Dwellers here, probably not gonna Dweller, but he might. Savage Dragon's really funny, though. Yeah, no, continue to do more, please. I didn't already fall asleep at the wheel. You know, I really do need to get some water, but, you know, it's there. Yeah, I'm so used to Duel Links, I can keep not playing cards, but I have to choose where to place them. Yeah, Duel Links is like a whole other different beast, and I kind of like how Duel Links is how Duel Links is. It's definitely one of the more competitively viable Yu-Gi-Oh! Alternative formats, so to speak. It's kind of like speed dueling in a way. There's IP Masquerena. Apollosa is so unfun. I think Apollosa is kind of fine. It's just that, like, how did this become to be? You know? Like, just from, like, 1 or 2 cards is how this happened. Okay, there's Miracle Fusion. Well, the consolation is that we have Destiny Draw. We can discard our Mali for cost. We can draw 2 cards. He's going to negate this, more than likely, with his Savage Dragon. More than likely. Yeah, still waiting for the Speed Duel GX to get updated. I think the Speed Duel, Speed Duel GX is out already. They had the midterm box, right? And that the GX plus the midterm box, I think it's both pretty good. Yeah, I think we're done. Nice interactivity. You think people are like, oh no, I hate Tier Limit. Tier Limit is super interactive. It's a lot to keep track of, but man, I just want something there. Like, no, I don't expect for Diamond Dude Turbo to be any good. But I shouldn't have to sit there for 10 minutes before my person, like, says, okay, you can't play now. You know? I don't know. Maybe that's just me, though. E-Hack of Diamond Dude Turbo, I agree. E-Hack is so much better. All right, we'll go for a Hero Lives here. He's clearly got a Max C, but we'll go there. Sounds good. We'll go for Stratos. All right. Stratos effects activates. Add a hero monster from our deck to our hand. We'll have a Holly Jolly time going for Mali. We'll add the Malicious. This is the Destiny Draw hero loop. This is actually pretty funny. Destiny Draw, we'll discard Mali. We'll draw 2 cards. That was the 2 cards that I wanted, for sure. For sure, yeah. 110%. Okay. Then we're gonna go for Malicious. Malicious is gonna banish itself. We'll special summon Malicious from our deck. We'll do some deck thinning, just a little tinge of deck thinning. We're gonna go for Cross Crusader here. Easy peasy. Cross Crusader's on the board. We're gonna activate Cross Crusader's effect. We're gonna target our Malicious, and we're gonna special summon. We're going to use Cross Crusader's effect. We're going to tribute the Mally. And then we're going to add Diamond Dude. Feels good. In this case specifically, I would say, you know, Diamond Dude is the way to go. But I'm kind of curious to see what we get. So we're going to go for Vion and see if we can try to win out this game. We're going to go for Vion. Vion ascend to the graveyard a Shadow Mist. Shadow Mist effect to search. We will search from our deck to our hand, probably Denier or Draw Hand. Maybe Draw Hand seems about fine. Liquid Lad is probably better overall. We'll add Liquid Lad. Adding the Liquid Lad. We'll go for Vion's effect. We will banish our Shadow Mist. Yo, what's going on, Daniel? Hello, hello. What's poppin'? Good to see you. Yeah, the blue line is quality of life. Oh, I see. I think it's this thing. This big blue lines, kind of, or maybe not. Yeah, have you played against that card where it gets attack as many times for each card equipped to it? Oh yeah. They keep boosting it. Wait a minute, with Mage Power? Which one? You talking about Benkai? Yeah, 3 ashes, by the way. No, exactly. Yeah, it feels good. All right, we'll go for Poly here. We'll go for this, and we want to keep our Diamond Dude in hand, I think. And we'll go for Sunrise. Feels pretty all right. Okay, Sunrise effect. We're gonna go and draw 2 with Liquid Soldier, and we'll get a Miracle Fusion. Maybe we can discard one of these Ash Blossoms that we drew. One of the 3, all 3 of them. No, it feels great. All right, Miracle Fusion. Oh, Fusion Destiny. Fusion Destiny is huge here. Whoa. All right, we'll discard Ash Blossom. I have to fire off this Fusion Destiny now, or else we just get, like, destroyed later. And we can summon Dominance. All right, we go for a Disc Commander, we go for Draw Hand, and we go for Denier. Incredible. Incredible here. This is outstanding. We'll go for Pot of Desires now. Draw 2. Oh, triple attack. All right. That feels kind of bad. What do we banish? We banished a Mass Change. We banished Dad. We banished Lightning Storm. We banished Ojama's Hurricane. 2 of them. A Destiny Draw. Pot of Desires. Another Mass Change. Okay, overall, decent banishes. We actually have quite a bit left inside of our deck. Okay. Let's see what we can have here. Nothing else that we really need. I'm just going to end. Discard a card from my hand. Oh, don't mind if I do. I don't want to discard anything here. What do I discard here? All this stuff is good. I guess we can discard Vion. Vion doesn't really get us a whole lot, but you know, it's there. It is what it is. Or do you play an actual deck that does things? I'm saying. And it's playing Diamond Dude. All right, we'll get Draw Hand, by the way. Draw Hand out. He draws a card, but I draw a card. Big Draw Hand. Hopefully an interruption. Call by. Okay, whatever. Dimension Shifter. It's Flaunderies. All right, the birds. The birds. The birds here. We're in there. We're in there. Yeah, I was about to question the Delta Hurricane, then I remember Diamond Dude's effect. True. This tells me that he has a weak hand, but I do want to save this Ash Blossom for a bird. Apex Avian. And the Stree. So he's digging. He's either digging or he's trying to play around Ash Blossom. There's Rabina. Rabina effect, we get to Ash Blossom Rabina. I hate that we have to banish, right? Like if these things get banished like that. Okay, there's Flandreese. Interesting. It's not the same way. Let's go. All right. Bird. Bird is the word. That makes a lot of sense here. Okay, feels good. Negates, he doesn't know. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, do you have Yatagarasu PTSD on that? I'm saying. Let's go! The birds! Diamond Dude Turbo, better than birds, explained. God, that was satisfying. We didn't get to resolve Diamond Dude's effect, but, you know, I'll take it. We'll go first again. If blue players do have bird brains, true. Always feels good when we get to beat Fluandereeze. That deck sucks. Awful. Decent hand. Actual decent hand. Now we're gonna go down to what we presumably think is bad, which is you know. This is kind of a problem now. He's got Maxi in hand. Alright. Yeah, birds were a mistake. True. Correct. The birds were a hyper mistake. They're one of the most unfun and purely worst decks that we played in a very, very long time. Played against in a very long time, especially in Yu-Gi-Oh! That is what it is. All right, we'll go for this. He's gonna hit us with a Max C guarantee. Yeah, it honestly annoys me that Flu does so well when they're absolute garbage going second. That's, I guess, technically supposed to be like the balance for sure, but no, I agree with you there. It's kind of horrendous. And I hate that it happens. All right, we'll go for this one. And we'll go for Shadow Mist. Hopefully he doesn't have anything to negate this. He doesn't. Feels good. All right, we'll get a Master Change. And we'll set. And we'll pass. Nice. Yeah, they banish themselves when they leave the field, but they get added back to the hand afterwards. I know, it's like their downsides aren't even downsides. I saw your video about a top Yu-Gi-Oh player fed up with Master Duel. Well, that's pretty good. That video is one of my favorites, actually. It's a nice discussion piece. We have something similar coming out tomorrow in a similar vein of that discussion. But yeah, that's one of my favorite ones. And it's kind of true. Like it was more true a couple months ago when that video came out, but it is still very, very strong. Destroy the spells and traps. Okay. We Max C here. Or we Mask Change here. He can't Lightning Storm again, so, you know, feels good. Plus we get a search, which is nice, so we can search Diamond Dude. All right, we'll go for Dark Law. In theory, we probably could be playing one copy of Honest Neos to protect things, but that's still kind of okay. We'll go for Shadow Mist. We'll search with Shadow Mist. Shadow Mist is the searcher. Call by the Grave on Shadow Mist. Bold decision. Huge bold decision. That's fine. It's weird that he's doing that because he kind of knows that I have Max C in hand. It's been prompting them back and forth. So why do they think that that's a thing? Four cards in hand. Dark Law on board. Cyber Dragon. Okay, we get our run back. Feels good. Feels pretty decent right there. He's had to draw something or a search. Nope. Still nothing. Okay. Still pretty funny. Core. I guess we Max C here. That way we can kind of prevent what they need to do. We can rip out a card from their hand. Plus they don't get the typical Cyber Dragon shenanigans, which is really nice. So that's going to be helpful. That's going to be helpful. Judai versus Kaiser. I think some new masked heroes would be cool. At least a new fire attribute one. Yeah, they desperately need like a good fire and good water one. I mean, technically the good water one is acid. Oh, we took out Machine Dupe. Let's go. This is the best card. Way better than what they needed. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, Yubai, not Yudai. I'm thinking of not that. All right. It is Cyber Darks too, so it is actually Hellkaiser. All right. Can he still OTK us here? I'm pretty sure yes. Kind of, right? Like he kind of can, but kind of not can. Unknown for sure. He's thinking really hard on this one. What is there? Did you see Scarlon's video with MBT trying to fix heroes? I didn't, actually. I haven't seen that one yet. I wanted to, but I have not seen it yet. I think it's probably going to be a very good video. I do like that concept, and I think I saw briefly in live stream. I wanted to skip as much of it in live stream as possible. That way I didn't have to go. That way I didn't have to go and not watch the video later. And I think what they decided to do there was a contrast hero main deck that could discard itself to search a mask change. I think that's what ended up happening. And that's a really good concept. I didn't really get the rationale behind it. I kind of just saw the picture, but I'm hoping to watch that video. That'd be kind of cool. Great content, but I do think that's really good. Okay, well, we got pretty much everything we need here. So, all right, well, let's go for Harpy's Feather Duster to start. We'll start off with Harpy's Feather Duster, destroy everything. It's a Forbidden Droplet, feels good. We'll go for Raigeki. Destroy everything. Feels good. And then we're gonna go for a Hero Lives here. We're gonna get Stratos. And then Stratos effect, we'll add a hero from our deck to our hand. We're gonna add specifically Diamond Dude. And then we normal summon Diamond Dude. And then he surrendered, so that counts. It was over from Diamond Dude strictly, but let's go. All right, let's go again. Yeah, kind of. I don't want to say too much and ruin the video. Okay, well, that's perfectly fair. I might watch it here as well, but focus on Neos. True. Focus on Neos instead of instead of heroes. If you want to fix something, we're kind of in our Neos arc, and I do firmly believe that Neos is specifically 10 times more potential than heroes are pretty much solved at this point, right? But no, I agree. That's right. It makes the opponent scoop. That's the true effect. Exactly. Yeah, Royal Diamond Dude is actually... Listen, I didn't know I had that Royal Diamond Dude until I logged in today. I guess we pulled it from a legacy pack. I don't know when that happened. Okay, problem here is our hand. Because we don't actually have anything good to add off Stratos. And we should probably run like one copy of the Ferris engine. Never mind, it wouldn't have mattered. Would not have mattered at all. Perfectly fine. All right, we'll set one and pass. Yo, what's going on, Radish? How's it going? Hello, hello. The full Destiny Heroes deck. That's pretty much what this is. This is pretty much the Destiny Hero deck. Oh, it's Dragon Maid. We might still have a shot here, but it's really going to depend on our draw. Actually, no, because we're going to have to deal with... If they have the fusion spell, we're going to have to deal with the fusion spell. Mm-hmm. If only this Ojama Delta Hurricane did something. It doesn't, but, you know, is what it is. Sending the changeover. That's the fusion spell. All right, we can say that's a surrender there. Oh, we went to battle phase. I didn't even notice. That's fine. Go again. We'll go again. We'll do this, and I think I actually want to watch Simo's video, if that's okay with you guys. Simo has a new video out that I think would be kind of fun to watch. Oh, hand is very solid. I think I just see Dark Arm Dragon and I immediately think, good hand. Definitely Gauge Brained. Aloof Lupine. It's fine. Be anyone else ready for team duels? It's not what we think. I'm hugely disappointed. Yeah, me too. I'm extremely ready to be hurt, is what I'm hearing. I just, from what it seems like from the leaks, it feels as if they're just straight up not going to have what we're looking for. It's not just going to be a team battle like tag duel. It's not going to be a team battle like it's a like not a team battle like it's a, what's the word for it? It's not a tag duel. It's not a crew battle. It's like technically it's going to be different formats that each player has to abide by. Seems strange. Seems very strange. Like, I understand the premise, but it seems, again, very strange. Yeah, tag duel is the term. No, team duels is what they're calling it for Master Duel. Tag duels are a thing, but team duels are going to be different. They're like squad battles. Oh, he had the Thunder Dragon in hand. Feels good. And all you can do here is get a #1 for Thunder Dragon and then be gone. Oh man, oh man. And our hand sucks. Our man sucks. Yeah, the no Spell Festival. Is that really the next one? That'd be hilarious. All right, Colossus. Ooh, Stratos is big, but unfortunately not that big. Not that big. Okay. He can then also banish a Thunder Dragon Matrix or Thunder Dragon from his graveyard whenever this Lightning Storm goes off. So again, we're going to see where the wind takes us on this one. Imperm is probably just the way to go, but we'll see. What decks can play no spell cards like Kaiju Dangers, I guess? Oh, yeah. Kaiju Dangerous 100% can. There's a few other decks that can play like no spell cards. Paleos. Another Stratos. Thank you, game. Very cool. Super Heavy Samurai. Might see a lot of Super Heavy Samurai. Yeah, our hand sucks and they have a Colossus. This card needs to be banned. This card is not... Colossus is not an okay card to have in Master Duel. Let's just say that. Floodgates are not cool. Floodgates are not cool. And I shouldn't have to account for random BS floodgates in my games. Oh, it's Eldlik Festival? 10 million. Eldlik and True Draco Festival, by the way. Like, True Dracos have a lot of spell cards, but they also have a ton of trap cards. Ooh. All right, Promise. This hand has some promise. Hero Lives into a Destiny draw into Pot of Desires. Feels pretty good. Psy Reflector. Interesting. We just Ash Blossom here, right? Is Albaz the new Alistair? Kinda. Actually, yes. The Albaz engine, the branded engine, one Ash Blossom, and this guy just folds. Paper thin deck building. That's a good way of putting it. I've actually really truly ever thought about that before. But yeah, the Albaz branded engine is kind of just the invoked engine over and over again. It's just that good. It's just that good. All right, let's see what we can do. first or second. Probably going second again. We've been going second a lot tonight. Oh. Yeah, less outs to Max C. Let's go. Yeah, the one of the big reasons why the Link event sucked so much is because Max C was a huge problem. And I really never talked about that, but the Link event particularly was very problematic. Oh, look at that. Branded Fusion. We were just talking about how this is literally the new Invoked engine. Feels very good. $50 cards. He's playing a 55 card branded deck. Maybe it's Eldlik branded, actually. Yeah, the Link event didn't even feel like an event. Yeah, pretty much. It was kind of just TOS format 2.0. TOS format, but with Maxi and worse cards. And Marincess added in there for good measure. I mean, it was a fine event. It was probably one of the better events they've had in the past, like, year, but it has its design problems, and it's pretty bad. There's Albaz and the Edgem Chain. Yeah. I hate this, the Monarch Story Duel. No, the Monarch Story Duel is so cool. What do you mean? No, the Monarch Story Duel is actually really cool. Because the Monarch Story Duel has like one of the introduction to one of the best music tracks in the entirety of Master Duel. That being said, I also wish I could pick the music for my match, or that like it's random throughout the games. Rainbow, Royal Rare, Rainbow Karibo. This guy is not serious. Amazing. Amazing. This is crazy. Set a card pass. All right. Oh, no, the Monarch. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. The Monarch Loner deck really does suck. Yeah, that part's a big degree. Okay, 2-card set. What could they be? A lot of people have been dropping Forbidden Chalice recently, and so, or Forbidden Droplets recently, so I'm hoping that's one of them's not a Forbidden Droplets. We'll go for Vion. We'll activate Vion to send to the grave. Please, one of them's probably a branded in red. More than likely, one of them is probably a branded in red. Nope, not yet. Okay, we have a lot of options here. We could go and send to the graveyard our Shadow Mist effect to search. This is kind of where a Ferris would come in handy. Discard the Mallee, gain card advantage, but we don't have that, so we just got to go for Liquid Soldier. And then we go for Vion's effect to search for a Poly from our deck to our hand. Nope. All right. Feels good. He's got something on. We'll go for Polymerization. Oh, Super Poly. Oh, that actually might be the play. Oh, no. Oh, no, that actually might legitimately be the... It might legitimately be one of those back rows. I forgot about Super Poly. Yeah, it feels good. It feels really good. All right, cool. Hey, we get to do this. We go for Miracle Fusion here. Oh, awesome. Okay. Sunrise on the board. Sunrise was really good hero support, by the way. I stand by it as one of the best cards to come out for heroes in a very long time. All right, we have draw power, and we have the Miracle Fusion. So hopefully we can draw into an out to that back to these back row. Or something. Anything. What you got for us? Nada? All right, feels good. A Miracle Fusion. And a draw 2. Oh, Summoner Monk would have been killer. Oh, that would have been a killer. All right, we discard Summoner Monk. All right, we go for a Mallee here. I think this is the Super Poly right here, right? Like, it has to be Super Poly. Or it has to be... Or it's Super Poly or bust right here. Like if he has any type of reactions right now, it's super polymerization for the 2 dark monsters staring right at him in the face. Nope. Okay, feels good. All right, Predaplant versus Anaconda would be the way to go, I think, because unfortunately, while we could special summon that and search a card with Cross Crusader, what does that really get us? So we're going to go for Predaplant Verte Anaconda here on the backswing. Feels awesome. I don't know why, but it feels like Master Duel runs smoothly now. It's a lot of it has to do with the quality of life features. They probably cleaned up some coding, which is, important. Yeah, it could be any branded spell. That's also very true. It could very much be any branded spell. All right, we cleared out what we need to. The big stuff, Pot Desires. Oh, we actually hit quite a bit of good stuff on Desires. Feels really good. Oh! Mask change. Mask change. Let's go. Let's go. All right, we got Miracle Fusion here. Whoa, that's a crazy pull. Mask change is great here for these back row. And for the monster. We can pretty much clear all of it. And OTK, question mark? Not exactly sure. All right, we'll go for you. We'll go for Vion, just in case we have to go for it afterwards. We'll go face attack position. The absolute 0, absolutely insane. It feels really good. All right. He's waiting. He's hoping and he's willing. We'll go for mask change here. Mask change for the absolute 0. Mask change on the absolute 0. Nada. And we'll go for acid. Oh, he doesn't know. Oh, he doesn't know. All right, we'll go for, I think we're going to chain block with acid. So we'll acid. We'll go for absolute 0. We'll clear the back. We'll clear everything. He's got to respond to anything now. Like, what was he waiting on? What are these back row? Resolves the chain. Destroy. It was defense draw. All right, let's end this. Defense draw? Truly masterful moments in Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, what if it was Waking the Dragon? Oh, we'd be screwed. Truly. All right, let's talk about the deck that is Diamond Dude Turbo 2, aka probably one of the worst decks that I've played in a very, very long time. It is a normal hero deck with a normal hero shell. You could probably add in things like Ferris and Increase to get a little more consistency to it. But, I mean, hey, it is what it is. The idea behind this deck is that you're trying to turbo out Diamond Dude. This card says once per turn, you can excavate the top card of your deck. And if it is a normal spell, send it to the graveyard. Otherwise, place it on the bottom of your deck. And that would be good enough, but it says during the main phase of your next turn, you can activate the effect of the spell card in your graveyard. So what that means, and obviously me casually showing off my Royal Rare Diamond Dude, is that let's say, for example, we send Ojama Delta Hurricane to the graveyard with Diamond Dude's effect. Well, you would think to yourself, well, Swolelax, you would have to control an Ojama Green, an Ojama Yellow, and Ojama Black. That is not the case. Diamond Dude says the effect of the card. And the requirements for this is that you have to control Ojama Green, Ojama Yellow, and Ojama Black. That's not the effect. The effect is destroy all cards your opponent controls. So this card is just a better board wipe and a free board wipe with Diamond Dude as its activation. So the idea here is we're loaded up on a bunch of really good normal spell cards and also have a small hero core and hero engine to get to Diamond Dude. Now you probably could play more Summoner Monks. You could probably play more other shenanigans. But here's what we played today, and there's definitely room for improvement. And it's 1 copy of Disc Commander, 3 copies of Maxi, 3 copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, your Master Duel Tax, 1 Denier, 1 Summoner Monk, again, could probably play more of this, 3 copies of the star of the show, Diamond Dude, Destiny Hero Diamond Dude, 2 copies of Stratos, 2 copies of Vion, 2 copies of Shadow Mist, 1 copy of Draw Hand, 1 copy of Liquid Soldier just for some drawing. We tend to not necessarily go into the Diamond Dude Turbo aspect of this all the time, so you do need a backup option. 2 copies of Malicious, 1 copy of Dark Arm Dragon, because it sounds funny. It sounds like it'd be very funny. 1 copy of Raigeki, 1 copy of Harpy's Feather Duster, 1 Polymerization, 3 Ojama Delta Hurricane, 1 Miracle Fusion, 2 Destiny Draw. This card with Diamond Dude is just Pot of Greed. 3 copies of A Hero Lives, 2 copies of Pot of Desires, once again, Pot of Greed. Fusion Destiny, I wish this card was at multiples, but it is what it is. Lightning Storm, Triple Tactics Talent, 3 Mask Change, 2 Call by the Grave, 1 Crossout, and 2 Infinite Impermanence. Now, this thing clearly has a very big, deep draw pool to hopefully get you into cooler and bigger and better things. There's a lot that you can do with this deck, but the main show is Destiny Hero Diamond Dude. So to help with that, we have our extra deck, and that's 1 copy of Destiny Hero Dominance. This card can stack your deck for better plays with Diamond Dude, and can also special summon 3 level 9 or lower Destiny Hero monsters from your graveyard, similar to Disc Commander. Again, we also have 2 copies of Dark Law, 1 Dangerous, 1 Sunrise, 1 Absolute Zero, absolutely insane. 1 Adoration, 1 Trinity, it's kind of for flair, 1 copy of Acid, 1 Dystopia, and 1 Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, 2 Cross Crusader, 1 Vertanaconda, and 1 Dread Decimator. It's a predominantly dark hero strategy, so that's really nice. Dread Decimator is not super necessary, and there's a few cards in here you probably won't get to, but it seems fun. So yeah, that's pretty much the deck. The interesting part is dominance into Diamond Dude is very, very strong, but I don't know how often you'll really get that, considering that Fusion Destiny is at 1, and you kind of want to use Fusion Destiny for something like DPE. I don't really know. Point is, Diamond Dude Turbo 2 was an interesting build, and we'll definitely have to come back to this deck at some point in time. For sure. For sure. Anyways, I'm gonna grab some water really quick. I'll be right back. And then, oh, do you have a video on a Cyber Dragon deck? I do, actually. A while back, I posted my Diamond 1 Cyber Dragon deck. It's super cheap and super affordable. And it's what I used to get to the top rank in Master Duel at that season, which was pretty good. But yeah. It's also super cheap, and it's one of the first decks you should build. True! True. All right, hold on. I'm going to put the keys on screen. I'm going to go get some water. I'll be right back, and we're going to watch the SEMO video. All right? Keys on screen. Enjoy the deck. I'll be right back. Keys. All right, I'm back. Bye, keys. Ooh, all right. Feels good. You guys want to watch the new SEMO video? That new SEMO video that just came out? I actually haven't seen it all the way through. I like this new series that he's doing, so I'm super down to just kind of give this a little bit of a whirl.
There are over 10,000 cards in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game. From Pot of Greed to Firewall Dragon, the possibilities are...
Now, we might watch this at a higher speed, because naturally this would make a lot of sense to do so, but, you know, is what it is. Ta-da! But, yeah, this series, I think is actually incredibly cool. I like this little concept from SEMO. I think it's a pretty neat little I think it's a pretty neat little thing. Essentially, guess that card if you guys have not seen the first one with Gage or you haven't seen the other ones. Simo has a random card that he has his guest guess for the week, but the guest only has 10 questions they can ask. And so the point is to try to like strategically ask the questions. I think this is a pretty fun show. So to kind of wind down a bit, I'm super down to watch and see Ruxin and see how Ruxin does with this one. Now, I have to kind of make my hair goofy for this one, so I apologize for the weirdness, but I gotta be able to hear. Let me know if you guys want me to turn it up at all a little bit or anything, but Gage last week had Plague Wolf, I believe, but already I have some questions that I think would be banger for this show, particularly ones that are like breaking down what element it could be and what set's released in. Yeah, it's essentially who's that Pokemon, that's right. All right, let's watch it.
There are over 10,000 cards in the
How's the
Yu-Gi-Oh!
volume for you
Trading
guys?
Card game. From Pot of Greed to Firewall Dragon, the possibilities are endless. In this series, content creators figure out what card I'm thinking of. I've got $100 and they've got 10 questions. It could literally be anything. Welcome.
Literally
to
be
Guess That Card. If you
anything.
want 5% off any single
Amazing.
sealed product, click the affiliate links in the description and use code SEMO5. And clicking the TCG
Pretty quiet?
affiliate
All right.
link before you shop helps support us to provide you with more amazing content.
How about now? Better?
Ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. It's time to guess that card. We have
True,
the
Simo,
wonderful
true.
host of the former auction series, Mr. One and Only Ruxin34. Phil, how are you doing, my friend?
Oh, I'm feeling great. It's good to be back. It's good to not be doing auction. I mean, it's bad to not be doing auction.
Rest in
series.
peace, auction series.
We're here with this
Actually,
game
rest
that
in peace,
I'm not
auction
really sure how it
series.
works, so let's just get into it, figure it out.
Well, I'll go ahead and explain it to you. So
All right.
I am going to be thinking of a card, and you have 10 questions that you can ask, 10 yes or no questions to figure out the identity of that card. And if you get it correct, you
So,
will win yourself $100.
I like this game a lot.
You ready to play?
Ooh. I'm ready, but also I
But
feel like I'm getting shorted about 10 questions here.
The
'cause I thought
the
this was
questions
20,
that
so-
Gage
Well,
it's
that
fine.
Gage
That's
was
not how 20
asking
questions- that's not
last
how this
time
game
were
works. That's how
actually
20
like
questions work. So,
not super
first
great.
question.
Okay,
This
got
is
it.
a very different
And he had to
game,
go
because
over his
it's actually
over
way more
questions to
fun
actually
than
get
actual
it.
20 questions. Because
Oh,
Yu-Gi-Oh
okay.
theme.
Wait, that's it? It's just different by having 10 questions? There's
That's it.
so much more fun. You have
Ruxin,
more chances.
oh my gosh,
All right,
so
I just need
wholesome.
to start off with something.
My man
Okay,
said
so
that
this can be
Ronan
any
Totem,
card
he
ever
was
printed, and this is right. This
whatever.
isn't a question.
Memes
This
aside.
is a clarification. Okay.
Yes, that's your first question. Question 2.
Also, I have another question that's not a question.
Okay.
This doesn't include Japanese cards, right? Or Korean or anything like that?
We are going by English TCG cards.
All right.
Yes.
It's a decent
I could
question.
technically be in 2 questions right now, but let's
I
just
will
get
be
into...
nice, and I will let you start here at question 1.
All right, question 1.
Technically a good
I was trying
question.
to think earlier when I heard that I was going to be doing this, like, what are some questions that really narrow it down? And I think my first question is going to be, is this an effect monster?
Yes.
Ooh.
This is
Okay,
an
good.
effect monster.
Okay, good. That's a good start.
That's an amazing yes or no question because, yeah, Gage is so used to sometimes it's adorable. I mean, okay, I love my boy. I really do love my boy. But yeah, some of the questions he was asking last time were pretty whack. Like, is it an effect monster? Narrows it down like quite a bit. If it's no, it's not an effect monster. Either it's a normal monster or it's a spell or trap. So you essentially just use this effect monster question to narrow down 2 questions. That's crazy. Actually crazy.
Start. I was
Banger
trying to think
question,
of the best way to
Rob.
narrow it
Right,
down for someone
Ruxin.
like me, and I think the way to do it is do stuff with like the print and stuff like that.
Okay.
So we
Okay.
know that it's an effect monster. I would like to know the original print of this card. The first
Okay.
printing. Was this printed in an odd year?
Was this printed in
An odd year? This guy is on Ruxin's on another level, guys. I don't know how else to explain. That's a banger question. It has to be in an odd year, because the man knows his sets clearly. And also an effect melee. This is okay. This is pretty it's a good start so far. One critique I have of this show, I wish that they had like the questions already asked and / like the card is on the screen. That way it could be like, you know, the card is an effect monster and was released in an odd year. Like I want them on the screen so I could like remember them while I'm watching the show. If I'm trying to guess along with Ruxin, right? All right, so keep that in mind, guys.
in an odd year.
Like an odd numbered year.
An odd number year. That's a very interesting question because
Like
I have to actually go look up the
7,
answer.
Something like that.
The original.
Well, he knows
print
his set,
of
so
this
he has to
card,
know that it
he
has
asked,
like the
was it
set
in a
has to be
odd
released
year?
Yeah, so
in
it
the
goes from
odd
just
year.
3, 5, 7, 9, 11, something like that.
No.
It was not. Okay, so now we know it's in an
Even year.
Okay, so that's good.
That's
pretty good,
question.
actually.
So we've halved the field of the original print. The question is, do I know the original print of this card? I'm hoping I do.
Currently, no.
Currently,
Okay.
no. The problem is, I thought I had 20 when I was brainstorming, so this seemed like a better strategy back then. Now we're already on to question 3. We're 20%.
I never told you how many questions you had when we started this.
Okay, this is just getting confusing. All right, I'm just gonna keep going with the strategy that I was thinking that I was gonna do. So
Okay, what's the strategy?
We're down to like, what is it, 20 years of Yu-Gi-Oh! So we got 10 years left.
And you know it's an effect monster.
I know
That's
it's an
very
effect
important.
monster. That actually
Effect
narrowed it down
monster
a
is
lot. I thought I was
huge.
gonna have to go like start with effect, go to like extract and stuff, but I don't have to do that, so that's good.
Oh, he doesn't have to
To be
do
fair,
that.
I mean,
He might
monsters
still have
in
to
the
do
extra
that.
have effects. So
Yeah, that's not an effect monster though. That's a Xyz or something. Like that.
Ruxin.
Oh my goodness. All right. Okay.
Oh,
I'm thinking.
Ruxin. Sweet summer child, Ruxin. Man says it's an effect monster, so it has to be a main deck monster. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful
That I
Ruxin.
want to narrow it down a little bit more because we're still like.
What's the
even
guess of the
years
prices
really
on this
still a
show?
large range here. Okay,
The guess of the price
because
one
I
was also
asked,
pretty
and
good
I know
too.
it's an even year. So to get it right,
The one with
now,
Ruxin,
I think I
right?
need to ask: was the original printing of this card printed before 2011?
yes.
Okay, so I know it's
Old
either
school card.
2002, 4,
Okay.
6, 8, or 10. So I know it's in there somewhere.
2,
I'm-
4, 6,
okay,
8,
now
or
I-
10. There's
so that's my third
5
question,
years
right?
it
I
could
like
be
yes. That's your third
from.
question. You're being very tactical with how
And
you're
it's an effect
narrowing
monster.
down
I'm
the
trying to
card
just
pool here.
close it into a corner so I know exactly what to guess.
Not
The
that
problem is
bad.
there's still a lot of cards in those years.
Yeah,
so.
you've probably narrowed it down to like 5,000 cards at this point, which,
Yeah,
which to be
I've
fair
got
is
half
fine.
The cards, not bad. Yeah, because half of them since 2010 are all reprints. So
I will also give you a little bit of help here. You do not have to ask what the card is for your 10th question. You get 10 questions and then you guess what the card is at the very end.
okay.
Oh, it's good. That's
All
changed from
so
the first
3
one.
and
The
I've got
first
7 to
one-
go, and then I've got to guess.
The
Yeah,
first
so
one you
currently
had to
know that
actually
it is an
guess
effect
it.
monster.
for
The
the
original
10th
printing
question.
is not an odd year, and you know the original printing was before 2011.
Okay, so I'm just gonna write down
Okay.
2002, 04, 06, 08, and 10. For me, I feel like it's gonna be one
Good
of those
strategy,
early years,
Rexon.
but I could be wrong. Unless if you're typecasting me or whatever, you're trying to get me one that I actually would know.
Maybe.
It could be, or it could. Maybe you're trying to throw me off. You threw in like an Edison card or something like that.
It could be literally anything.
Except
Could be
if it was printed after
literally-
2010, or if it was an odd year. I think.
Could be literally anything. True.
I think now we should probably go for like a rarity. So before 2010, we can immediately eliminate starlights. There are no starlights before then. There are no, well, there are ghost rares. There's a couple ghost rares.
Few.
Ultimate rares, secret rares. I mean, we basically have every rarity besides starlights.
We don't have Starfoil.
Don't have starfoil. Yeah, I'm sure
Yeah.
you would have. If you had given me a starfoil, that would have been criminal.
Maybe I gave you a parallel rare. Who knows?
Those exist.
Those are fair game.
Going off the rarity question, I think is also a pretty
I'm
good
gonna
one.
do this. I think it's
Not bad.
probably a yes answer, but I just want to confirm and like kind of
Okay.
lock it in.
Sure.
Was this a card used in the Duel Monsters anime?
Was this a card in the Duel Monsters anime? Yes.
Okay, cool. So that
Oh.
means most likely.
In the Duel Monsters anime is a great question. So it's an even year. It was within the Duel Monsters anime. So it's a dual. It's not only used in the inside of the Duel Monsters era, like so the TCG printing. It's also was it used in the anime. The anime probably only has like what a couple hundred cards. Maybe that's used. So you break that down by cards that have come out on an even year, and it's an effect monster. Ruxin is on another
maybe
level.
2008 probably. Actually, I say that, but they actually printed like Gazelle or Chimera in like 2010 or whatever. So if for some reason you went for that, that'd be
Banger
really
question.
funny if that was the card. So I'm thinking we're probably
Banger
in the
question.
2002 to 2006 range is my guess.
Okay.
We've used 4 questions. We've got 6 to go.
Yes, this will be your halfway point, which to be fair, I think you're doing a pretty good job narrowing
I think
it down.
Ruxin's getting
I
a
think you're
lot
doing
here.
better than Gage did last
Sangan's a good
time.
guess.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good. I think at this point I want to do rarities. And I could probably.
Okay, so it's a monster from the anime. It's an effect monster, and it came out during an even year. Sangan's a good choice. All I remember about the show is what did Pot of Greed do? True. I still don't know what Pot of Greed does. I'm thinking it's like a toon monster, right? No. In the anime, Jinzo. I'm guessing Jinzo. I'll say it's Jinzo. Yeah. Very few effect monsters in the show during that time. That's what I'm saying. Like something that actually does something. I'm gonna say Jinzo from the Top Ropes. That's my guess. I'm gonna lock in Jinzo right now. For now. Out of these questions, I'm saying
narrow it
Jinzo.
pretty well if I do rarities. Thinking that it's in one of those first, 2002 through 2006, it's most likely going to be either a super ultra.
Karibo,
super, or
also good
ultimate.
guess.
It could be
Karibo and
ultimate. I'm
Jinzo,
guessing not an
also
ultimate,
good. And
though. That's just my
Stangan,
feel.
all
I
all
think I'm
good,
gonna
all
ask,
good guesses.
Based on the fact that secret rares, there's not a lot of them, so asking if it's a secret or not doesn't help that much. I think I'm going to ask, is this card an ultra rare in its original printing?
This card is not an ultra rare.
Not an ultra rare.
Okay, all right, that helps a lot because there's 10 ultras per main set, so that really
10 ultras per. This guy, Ruxin's crazy. Ruxin crazy. He knows. Okay, we have to go somewhere real quick. I think it's the Yu-Gi-Oh database, or if not, it's the Yu-Gi-Oh actual Yu-Gi-Oh database. We have to go there first. That's the actual DB card. Where is the Yu-Gi-Oh card search? Is it Yu-Gi-Oh.database.com? We gotta check something real quick. We gotta check Jinzo. The OG Jinzo is its original printing is a secret rare, but it's an ultra rare. He said it was an ultra rare, right? So it can't be this one. Yeah, he does a lot of research for his sets in the show. I believe it. Ruxin's a legend. Its original printing is not a secret rare. So Jinzo's out. Jinzo is out. What about Karibo? Karibo might be out too, right? Super rare. It's an ultra rare, right? That's what he said?
Card is not an ultra rare in its
No, not an ultra rare. It's an original printing. Okay, no. So Karibo and Jinzo are still in there.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. That helps a lot because there's 10 ultras per main set. So that really cuts out like big stuff
Still
like,
in there,
like
still
the
in there.
Blue Eyes, Dark Magician, all that stuff like that originally. The Buster Blader is
It's
out.
cool they
You know
added
what's kind of
little
weird?
little
Because Change of
card
Heart
spins
original
here.
printing, not an ultra rare, but it's a metal raider, so it could be
I like how they go with the thought process. I wouldn't have known what
Right,
these
because
cards
the original
were.
printing was from
Yeah,
Starter
Starter
Deck
Deck
Yu-Gi
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Kaiba.
Unless he said it.
Was it Yu-Gi or Kaiba? I can't remember one of the two. But
Yugi.
It was Yu-Gi. Okay.
Yes.
All
All
right.
right.
So I'm halfway through my questions. We know that it is not an ultra.
Yes,
We know
I will
that
repeat the questions. It is an effect monster, which original print is not an odd year. The original printing was before 2011. It was
Not
in
an
the
odd
Duel
year.
Monsters
Oh,
anime.
no.
And the card is not an ultra rare in its original printing.
All right. Jinzo, I think, is a good guess. It's 2002, and it's in its original printing. It's a secret rare, and it's an effect monster used in the anime. All the criteria fits so far. All the criteria fits so far. Yeah, all the criteria fit so far.
Oh, of course it's not Blue Eyes or Dark Magician. It's Effect Monster. Okay. Okay, well, all right.
I wasn't going to say it, but
Yeah, okay. Now that I remember that I asked that question.
Actually,
okay.
what about Karibo? Someone else said Karibo. 2002, super rare. Also on the table, still
We're
works.
honestly pretty narrowed down at this point to what we could ask.
I would say so. Yeah.
Should I continue on the rarity track or should I go to
No,
somewhere
don't go
else?
with
is
it.
the
Don't.
question.
Actually, rarity track might
I
help
feel like
now
if
at
I
this
figure out
point.
it's like a secret rare, that would be like I'd have a really good guess at
Yeah,
that
yeah,
point. But the problem is
If you're wrong.
8 minutes
I
in?
know it's
Okay,
not-
so
I'm
he
still in
goes
chat.
way
That's
over
actually really
time.
helpful. Maybe I should try. Let's think.
How
I
are
guess
we-
I could do like
how are you this
who used it in the
close?
Anime. That could be a good guess. There's a lot of
Interesting.
characters though. If you start getting into that.
Yeah.
that
yeah.
could be a
Relinquished?
bad
Oh,
guess, 'cause if, if I
Relinquished
guess
is a
Yugi,
good
if I'm
guess,
right,
too.
then it's like yay. But if I'm not, it's like well, what other 17 sidekicks is it? At this point, I didn't get this far in my planning. I was like, what am I going to do after that? I don't know. We're just going to wing it. So.
I'm pretty sure Gage had a plan too, and it all fell apart around this point. So that's
Well,
pretty
now it's like
typical.
you're getting kind of close on the questions. You know, you don't want to get too.
Yeah, Relinquish? Let's see what Relinquish was released in. I'm kind of curious too. Relinquished, the original Relinquished was 2002 spell. No, this one's an ultra rare, so it's not an ultra rare. Relinquish is out, or its original printing.
Specific.
Not,
You need some more broad
not
ones.
Relinquished.
But also, you're running out
unfortunately.
of questions. So it's this balance
Breaker as you
of-
are. Oh wait, this Breaker the Magical Warrior, the
I
banger.
kind of want to just slice these years.
was a good
in
one, too.
half, You know,
Hey, what's going on,
potentially-
Nicholas, by the
and
way?
just
Hello.
guarantee
Hello,
that
hello.
I'm actually in the range. I think.
I remember
I'm in.
watching
I got a good one.
the
I got a
Duel
good one.
Jinzo
So this
introduced to my
card's
Game
printed-
Boy.
The original print of the card printed in a main core set.
Yes.
Okay, so that's good. So we know that. Okay, that's our sixth question. That
Main
actually helps a lot.
core set.
I don't have to worry about starter decks, anything like that. I feel like I'm in the 2002
Pharaoh's
to 2004
Servant.
range, but I got to really think
Yeah.
about what the actual
that-
card is.
that
It's
kinda
not an
works.
ultra rare. It's from a main set.
I'll
I mean,
read
it could-
I'll read the questions back to you. It's an effect monster.
Yep.
The original print is not an odd year. The
Yep.
original printing was before 2011.
Yep.
It was in the Duel Monsters anime.
Yep.
Not an ultra rare in the original printing.
Yep.
And the original print was a main core set.
Yep.
I'm sorry, 4 questions remaining. You're on question 7.
Yeah, this could literally be like, I mean, it could be Man-Eater Bug, you know, it could be something like that.
Man-Eater
It
Bug's
could
good.
be It could
Good.
be something
That's
like
really
Gate
good.
Guardian from Metal Raiders, Thousand
These are
Dragon.
all good
Well, it's not an
guesses.
effect option, which even though you implied that extra deck, but it would have to have an effect. So it still could
Well,
be
it's
that. Trihorn's normal.
it's a
Gaia's
non-normal
normal. Okay, so
monster.
gonna
It's just
start
a
thinking
monster that has
what
no
I think it
effect.
could possibly be. If we go to Magic Ruler, we got Secret Rares. We've got Blue Eyes Toon Dragon. That's technically an effect monster. I guess it could be that.
Roxanne's
Silver
mind
Knight
is
out. Pharaoh's Servant, we got Jinzo.
crazy.
Jinzo's definitely an option. That's in the anime. So for the
Jinzo?
Secret Rares, we got 3 options from DLC. We got Gate Guardian, Blue Eyes Toon Dragon, and Genzo. We would have to go to Supers, Commons, Rares. It could be anything like that.
Okay.
I kind of wanted to narrow down the rarity and really figure it out, because if it's like a rare, there's a lot of good ones. Metal Raiders, there's Magician of Faith, Witch of the Black Forest, Sengan.
He's got 4 questions left.
If I'm even in the right year, so that's why I need to figure out where I'm at. But I'm running out of.
I love his thought process here.
questions
Roxanne's
left.
mind's a
Okay,
steel
that's
trap
not
full
too bad.
of
Okay,
random
I
stuff.
think
Dark
I'm
Magician
gonna
Girl,
cut
let's
down
go.
the years. I'm gonna figure out if I'm in the
Oh,
right ballpark. What's a way
Magician
to
Girl.
get creative?
what? Dark Magician Girl, huh? I don't know why I just typed Dark Magician. It's not Dark Magician Girl, but she's right here anyways. No, I'm sorry. 2003. It can't be Dark Magician Girl. That would have been a great guess, though. Dark Magician Girl would have been a banger guess.
And eliminate more than
Unfortunately.
2 or 3 years. Is there any way to get rid of 4 years?
I'm saying, bro, I can hardly remember my own deck's monsters. Like, actually crazy. Like, Ruxin being like, from this set, it's these. From this set, it's these. And that's kind of his, like, job. Essentially, he opens packs and he goes through his sets and researches and stuff. Like, so, true that he would have it on there, but wow. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, exactly. Like, it's, I don't even remember we put in Diamond Dude Turbo, frankly.
Here.
We played the deck like 2 minutes ago.
Okay, 2002, 2004, 2006. What's a unique difference between one of them?
I don't know. What's a unique difference?
There's got to be something. I've got one that can guarantee sort of where I'm at. Does the year that this original print card was printed also have ultimate rares in that year?
Repeat the question.
Does the original print of this card,
Okay.
the first year it was printed, does that year also have sets that have ultimate rares?
No.
That's a bad question, right? Like, at that point, you'd rather include just the rarity. Like, technically, yes, that boils down a little bit. So you're trying to find the set that it was released in. But we don't know the rarity still, so it still could be a common card,
It doesn't. Okay, so I'm guaranteed to be 02 or 04 now. So I'm.
All we know is that it's
so
not
I'll
an
eliminate
ultra
06.
rare.
I kind of thought I was in there, but I thought 06 could possibly.
Yeah, all we know that it's not an ultra rare for sure. Yeah, it's technology and effect. It's technically an effect monster, so you can imperm them now. True. This guy would make a wild chess player, kind of. Yeah, like memorizing board states and stuff. But yeah. Not remembering cards come out is a pretty big one too. Again, I think that this is a really funny, like, thing because Ruxin was on the right track. Because he's like rarity. Talk about the rarities and what they do. I think he needs to go down to attributes. I think he needs to go down, like, he needs to get broader again. He's getting really specific. He needs to widen his scope a little bit.
Be in there, with like maybe Ancient Gear Golem or something like that. All right, 3 questions ago. We're in 2002 to 2000 or 2004. Do I want to try and cut down on that, or should I cut on the rarity? I think the rarity is the best thing now. I'm pretty much between common, super, or secret. Those are the options. If it's secret, then I have 3 potential right answers, and I could really cut it down.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Got 3 questions
but
left,
if I
though.
guess secret, it's not secret, then I still have 3 options. Oh, I've got one that can split it in half. Is that worth it to split it in half? Because I still have 2 options at that point. But
That seems to have been your approach this entire time, just splitting it in
I guess
half.
keep splitting it. I have 3 more
Yeah,
questions.
attribute
so I
type.
can do that one time.
Attribute
I
type
get 2
could
more
go for
questions
it.
to kind of dig into it. I think that's what I want to do. Is the original print of this card, did it include any hollow foil?
Did the original print of this card include any hollow foil?
Oh.
Is that the question?
Yes.
No.
Okay, so we're looking at commons or rares then.
Oh, can't be Jinzo. Goodbye, Jinzo. It is common or a rare card. Okay, can't be Jinzo. Could be Karibo. No, it can't be Karibo. No hollow foil. That's a really good card. And I love that Ruxin took the approach of what stuff that he knows, like set release, the actual foil, the rarity, and all that stuff. That's a completely unique, like, suggestion comparatively to Gage, who was like, bro, was this played in like a competitive deck? Which, again, is Gage's perspective. It's also different. It's kind of the beauty of why I kind of like the show. Yo, what's going on, Fight of the Dog? Hello. It's good to see you. Thanks for popping by. Yeah, Ruxin needs to narrow it down to attribute type. If you guys are ever on... I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. Maneater Bug is probably it. All right. When you guys go on Guess That Card, to narrow down your attributes, do you know what question you have to ask? There are 3 cards in the game that cover the 6 main attributes. So you could just ask, can this card be banished by Chaos Sorcerer? And if the answer is yes, you have 2 attributes the card can be, light or dark. If it's no, you have the other 4. So it has to be then a fire, a wind, a water, or an earth. So that's the question you really have to ask for attributes. Now, as far as typing goes, to be seen. But those are the big ones. You ask that question, easiest cut down of your life. You just say, can it be banished by Chaos Sorcerer? Or there's one dragon, like a card that banishes a wind and a water, I think. And that's the one you can also ask too. One of those usually works.
Interesting. So we're eliminating secret rares. No hollow foil in the original print. Okay, so
common or rare.
Matter. So I have 2 more questions. I'm down to commons or rares from 2002. I have a huge pool still.
Get bigger.
If it's a common or if it's rare. If it's Petite Moth, I'm gonna murder you.
Well, you know it's an effect monster, so you know it's not Petite Moth.
Are you telling me there's not an effect? You win the game when you play it. Oh, okay. It's an anime card. Okay, I feel like I might have said it. It could have been a Metal Raiders. You know, actually, this is really good because, well, kind of good. We know that it's almost certainly not from Legend of Blue Eyes because they have.
Okay, he started out really strong, but started asking like the wackest questions. He started asking like really good stuff. And now he's in the hole. He's like, I'm almost there.
It's in the anime, so that's technically available. We've got what's the other one? Isn't there one other effect monster in that set?
Man-Eater Bug.
But when we get into Metal Raiders, there's a lot. There's a lot of options. It's like Magician of Faith, Witch of the Black Forest.
Yeah, all these are all good.
I almost want to figure out if it's which set it's in, but I only have 2 questions left. I don't think I have enough to do that.
Yeah.
You're getting very close though, which is the exciting part.
I am getting close. Like I have potential to get it, but I also have potential to completely screw it up. I haven't used Dueling Book at all yet.
Wow, he's going off his dome.
Like it could be in 2004, which
not using Dueling Book yet. Man's going off his dome.
I'm trying to remember what exactly the sets are. It cuts off Dark Crisis is the end of 2003, so it's after that. That's Invasion of Chaos, Ancient Sanctuary.
Yep.
We've got Soul of the Duelist, Rise of Destiny, and Flaming Eternity. I think are all in there. And then the Lost Millennium is 2005. I think maybe one of those last few is in 2005. I can't remember. How can I give myself a chance here? Because right now there's like thousands of guesses I could give. It's like maybe hundreds at this point.
I do think for what it's worth, the card pool has been narrowed down quite a bit at this point.
I have sliced it a decent amount for sure.
To repeat the questions you've asked so far, it is an effect monster. The original print is not an odd year. The original printing was before 2011. It was in the Duel Monsters anime. It is not an ultra rare and it's an original printing. The original print was a main core set. The year of the original printing of this card does not have ultimate rares, and the original print of this card did not include hollow foil.
Oh wait, what am I doing? 2004 has ultimate rares. I forgot about Soul. Like I was thinking Lost Millennium, and then of course Soul of the Duelist. Okay, we're in 2002. Okay, yeah. 04, you're out of here. Okay, 2004. That leaves us with 4 sets. Okay, I feel better now. LOB
4 sets.
Has like 2 effect monsters. It's probably not Reaper of the Cards. I'm just gonna say that. I'm just gonna go ahead and just.
What if it were Reaper of the Cards?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna be very angry, but
now we're in there. Now Ruxin has gotten there.
Okay, okay. Meddled Raiders, Magic Ruler, and Pharaoh's Servant. Those are our 3 options. It's a core set. It's a non-foil. Is there anything? Okay, so it's not Hungry Burger. That doesn't have an effect. It doesn't. It's just a flavor text. Ritual flavor text, right? Yeah. So it's not any of those rituals for Magic Ruler. So
it could be
something like, was Hungry Burger in the anime? If it's not, that's a huge miss. Okay, I feel like Metal Raiders. That's just what I feel like because it's super strong with the anime cards, like really high in anime. You know, lots of anime stuff, and they're low rarity stuff too. So I'm kind of leaning towards going like trying to nail down something in Metal Raiders. If I ask if it's a rare, that could really help because if it's like, okay, now I know it's probably Magician of Faith, Witch of the Black Forest, Sangan. If I've been saying these the whole time, it's one of these. Or
you got Sangan.
One of the commons.
Sangan is
the
a good
commons
one.
I mean, there are some.
Might be
some
Sangan.
Commons. I guess White Magical Hat, is that in the anime? Okay, what can I ask?
This is your second to last question.
That's the prog card.
Something like what format it's used in. I can see if it's ever been banned, but there's too many cards that have been banned. That would just confuse me. So let's not ask that.
Gage did ask a question similar to that for what it's worth.
Yeah,
also
Gage,
fair.
Gage probably remembers the ban list a little bit better than I do going through that prog.
Also
like that.
true.
So, I'm gonna let him stick with that. So yeah, I could ask something about. You said it is an effect monster. Let's clarify. I don't know if you can clarify that. If you can't answer this, just tell me. Is a flip effect monster different than an effect monster?
Or a flip effect monster is still considered an effect monster.
Okay, so it could be a flip effect.
Ruxin.
The way to differentiate.
This is where it comes into play that he's like thinking to himself, like, no, these are just like non-effect monsters. And it's like, no, that's not necessarily true.
I could ask
man.
maybe if
Hold on,
it's,
we'll
what do you
split this
call
up
it,
by
like a
0.5.
Sangan, kind of like a searcher.
Right, that could be a question.
Like, is that what the word is? Okay. If the answer is
Okay.
yes, I know it's not Magician of Faith. I can ask the flip thing. If you say yes, then I know it's not Sangan or which.
You
one
could.
it
I think the
is.
flip
If it's
question
one
is
of
a
these
good
three,
is a
like,
good
it might not even
question.
be a rare. It might be
Also, I think
common,
he has
which would be
2
messed up.
questions
I feel
left at
like
this
it wouldn't
point.
be that dirty. That's why I'm kind of going with the rare side because like it's at least a rare. You know, I'm really like tunnel visioned on those 3 right now.
Yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying you talking yourself in circles, trying to figure this out right now. And I'm pretty sure the audience is enjoying this as well.
Yeah, it's good for
Tunnel
ad, good for ad
visioned into
revenue
those
for
three,
sure.
and I think there's a couple other rares that I'm not thinking of that are iconic as well.
And you're assuming it's a rare.
I am, but if you gave me a common, that's just wrong. That's just wrong.
But what if I gave you Petite Moth? That's a common.
Yeah, but you already told me it's not that. So
I
it's
know.
okay.
Well, you narrowed that out based off your questions, but that would have been a
To be
common.
honest, it's not a common. It's a rare card. Okay. We only pulled
You're
2 out
right.
of that Portuguese Metal Rares box. You remember?
That's true.
It's
That's
pretty
true.
rare.
That was
Okay.
Korean, not Portuguese.
Whatever. You know, the 2 things that people work with. Yeah, you're right. That petite moth belongs in Portuguese though, because pequeño moth. Okay, I'm gonna ask a question. Let's get on with it.
All right.
Okay,
question 9.
thank
I think I'm
God.
gonna try and guarantee that it's a rare, just so I'm not like talking
Okay.
myself crazy. So I want to know, is this? I guess I just need to ask straight up because I'm pretty sure it's either common or rare. I didn't mess, unless I messed up somewhere along the line.
All right.
Is this card a rare?
Yes.
Okay, so
Okay,
that was a
it's-
worthless question. I already did that. Okay.
Oh, rare.
So now I am just sure that it is one of these, or it's got to be one of these. So it's a rare from Metal Raiders. And well, okay, let's take a quick look. What's a magic ruler? It's a bunch of the floaters, stuff like that. Usually those actually they could
Magic
be,
rulers could be the
probably are in
floaters.
Anime, actually.
And
It's
so
just a
Great
rare-
question,
while you're
Roxanne.
taking a look, I'll repeat the question. So you know it's an effect monster. The
Yep.
original print is not in an odd year. The original
Yep.
print is before 2011.
Okay.
It was in a Duel Monsters anime.
Yep.
Not in Ultra Rare in its original printing.
Okay.
Original print was a main core set. The original print of this card's year is not in a year with Ultimate Rares. The original print of this card did not include holofoil, and this card is a rare card.
Pharaoh Servant rares. I don't think there's really anything in terms of like anime.
So we have on our list, we've got let's go to YGO Pro deck. And I think we go to card database packs. TCG card set. Wait, where's our pack? There we go. We go and with it's 4 core sets, so it's the 93rd. Nope. 2, sorry, Yugi Spell Ruler. So the main sets are and in an even year, it's Spell Ruler or Magic Ruler. I think that's what it's called, not Spell Ruler. What am I saying? It's Magic Ruler, Metal Raiders, and Legend of Blue Eyes. All those count. And then we have Pharaoh's Servant. And that's the last one. So we got 5 sets. And it's not super rare. It's a rare card. It's any of these ones here. And we have to see if it's in the it's an effect monster that was inside the anime. I'm pretty sure Mystic Tomato was inside the anime. Pretty sure Mystic Tomato was in the anime. So Mystic Tomato could be one of them. Inside of Metal Raiders, we've got a lot of great guesses in the anime. Okay, it's probably Sangan. If it's in the anime, I'm gonna say Sangan. Or it's White Magic Hat. I don't know. Legend of Blue Eyes. This is the banger. We're going for the rare cards. None of these cards were inside of the anime. I mean, maybe Spirit of the Cards, but we'll say no. Rest in peace, Jinzo. And then we have these cards here that don't recognize any from the anime. So Ferret Servant's out. Legend of Blue Eyes out. We have Mystic Tomato. Great Moth? No, Great Moth is a rare. Ooh, it could be Great Moth. Or it could be the Wall Shadow. That's bad. Ooh, he's freaking out Shadow Ghoul. And Cannon Soldier, I think, was in the anime. Am I wrong there? Send you in the anime, that's true. Also upgrade free, true. Shadow Ghoul is super big. Yeah, Cyberjar was in the anime as well. Oh man, Cyberjar. It's a lot here to go over. I think Cannon Soldier was too. White Magic Hat would be thematic, right? So now we're on a read. Okay, so I think we've narrowed it down. Just Cyberjar is in there, but we'll go there. So it's either Cyberjar, Mystic Tomato, Shadow Ghoul, Great Moth, Sangan, and White Magical Hat. These we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards guessing left. Rest in peace, Jinzo, for being a secret rare. My guess is either for Mystic Tomato or so my guess is for Great Moth. I think it's Great Moth. I think if Simo is picking a card for Ruxin, it's Great Moth, right? It's Great Moth or Shadow Ghoul. 2 things that he would definitely know. Now, if we're picking for Simo, it's White Magical Hat. But I don't know if White Magical Hat was in the anime, frankly. So we're going to say it's Great Moth. That's the new tech is Great Moth, all right?
Stuff.
So what
We'll
are you
go
doing at
grab
this point?
Great
Are you
Moth.
just trying to?
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I'm in Metal Raiders. I'm cutting out Pharaoh Servant. LOB. Okay, let's just go back to LOB. Is there any rares? I guess Reaper of the Cards technically is still available. I think that's the only rare that I can think of. So Magic Ruler has like the
So-
Silver stuff as rares, which is a little scary. That
We
it
have
can be
about
that, I
20
guess.
minutes of
I
this
think
thing
the
still
list of
left.
cards you have at this point is actually quite slim.
It is low.
It's 6
because
cards.
I'm pretty sure I'm in Metal Raiders, which gives me like, oh, I'm allowed to look, right?
Yeah.
Am I allowed to look up? Like,
I'm
the
allowed to
set?
look.
Like, can I
Look up the
Metal
set?
Raiders set list?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I can do that. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why
what-
you're recording your screen.
Well, I thought I could only look up specific cards. Okay, that's actually
No.
nice to know.
That's the other reason I leave you 10 questions, that you get the ability to search things.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
wait.
That helps.
Oh,
Okay, I was
Ruxin.
trying to do it all from memory. Okay, let's go to
Man didn't know and was trying to do it all from memory. He got this far already. What a
Price
legend.
Guide. Just go look at all the
What
things
a
going on here. This actually
legend.
helps a lot. I wish I knew I could do this. I probably did know. I just kept going. There's so many comments in Metal Raiders. If it was a comment, it would have been so bad. All right, Bladefly, not in the anime. Cannon Soldier, I think might have been in the anime actually. Dark Elf,
Maybe.
can't remember. Elegant Egotist.
Maybe.
Great Moth. Would you like to confirm?
No, go ahead.
Okay, all right.
Unless that's a question.
That's not a question. Little Chimera, no. Magician of Faith, Mask of Darkness. Mask of Darkness might have been in there. Some of these random ones were
Yeah,
probably.
who played
There's
Mystic
so many
Tomato? Was it
rares in this
Weevil?
set. Oh
I
my
played my
gosh.
Mystic
what's the name?
Tomato.
It's not going to
No.
be one of these
It
super
was,
rare ones. It's going to be Witch of the Black Forest. Maybe you would ask me White Magic Black.
Mystic Tomato.
I don't
No.
think it's that. Shadow Ghoul. That's a good one. Sangan, Magician of Faith, Great Moth. I feel like it's one of those. I think
Okay.
there are other potential options, but I think it's one of those. So let's write it down so I can just think of a way that I can kind of eliminate some.
My
of these.
man is
Great Moth. I'm pretty
writing
sure that I'm on the
them.
right track right here, which is going to be really
Okay.
funny when I'm not.
Oh,
even close. Like,
man.
it's literally the Reaper of the Cards. We're going to pull out these.
Bones
you're
use it.
confident
Yeah,
that you're
okay.
in
I
Metal
think
Raiders.
is one of
I
the
am not
ghouls.
100%, but I am
Okay.
pretty sure. I think Magic Ruler has potential to be in there. I'm gonna double check it though.
He's
I wanna go
forgetting
back and make
Mystic
sure that we
Tomato.
get, oh wait, which one did I not get? The Great Moth. Don't forget about Grande Moth. All right, Grande Moth.
Arcana.
options for
Oh,
rares. Let's go check
wait.
out Magic Ruler since I now know I can look
The
at
the
list.
the
That's why I
Joker
brought that
guy.
up from the start.
Yeah, I know. I got carried away. Okay. All right, rarity. Let's go to the.
Or the
rares.
other-
Okay, Amoeba.
the other Dark
Cyber
Magician
Jar.
user.
Now that is one that could be there. Let's Giant Germ. I mean, Giant Rat and Giant Germ. I feel like there's no.
I like how
way
they
they're
had-
in
they
the
just-
somehow, but maybe they weren't. But I don't think it's that. Mystic Tomato's kind of iconic.
All right, hold on.
I mean, rares. Okay.
That was why I had to pull that up from the start.
Yeah, I know. I got carried away. Okay. All right, rarities. Let's go to the rares. Okay, Amoeba. No, Cyber Jar. Now that is one that could be there. Let's.
I like how they just have this tiny cutback to Simo going like in the middle. That was okay, great. Also, I love how Ruxin uses Yu-Gi-Oh!
Giant
Price
Germ.
Guide as
I mean,
his
Giant Rat and Giant Germ. I feel like
database.
there's no way they weren't in the anime somehow, but
You
maybe
can
they were.
definitely
But I don't think
tell
it's that. Mystic Tomato's kind of
who
iconic.
uses
You're
what
using the English
comparatively.
sets, right? No Pot
Yes.
of Greed and Magic Ruler like in
English
European or
sets,
anything.
English sets.
Because it pops up Pot of Greed on here. And Cyber Jar kind of made me think, okay, maybe it's Cyber Jar. That's pretty iconic. I should have asked about the ban list. It just came off the ban list. Okay, so I
You have a 10th question. You have a 10th
I know.
question.
I need to think of a good one though, because I have 7 options right
So
here.
7. You've narrowed it down in your realm to 7 options. There are
Yeah.
others, but you think it's one of the 7 that you currently are looking at.
Yeah, it could be, it could not be. Okay. let's
Yeah,
do
he's
some-
also
let's see if
forgetting
there's any
Mystic
sort of
Tomato
consistency
and
here. Okay, so
White
we have
Magic-
Spellcaster,
whatever.
Fiend, Spellcaster, Zombie, Insect, Rock, Fairy. That is not going to be very helpful. But
No.
yeah, Light, Dark, Earth, Dark, 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 Dark. Oh, Light. Okay, so if I can eliminate the darks, that would really help. Or if I could figure out if it is a dark, I'd have a 25% chance, assuming these are right. That's
No,
not
I
that
think
helpful,
dark.
but if it was
Get rid of
wrong,
dark, yeah.
30% chance if it's not a dark.
Effectively cuts it in half one way or another.
Yeah, I mean, it gives me a good guess. What is a way that I could eliminate more than that? Okay, we have 2 winning base cards. It's Magician
you could
of Faith
ask for the
and
level.
We have a Monster and Sanguine.
So based off of his list, if he's asking for the level, you could ask if it's level 4 or higher. That cuts it. No, level 5 or higher, and that only brings it down to 2, which would then be Great Moth.
We have a Monster and Shadow Ghoul. What is Cyber Jar? Like a freaking UFO?
I think it's
or something?
Senju, but don't remember
It's a
anything.
jar.
So I don't remember
It's
anything
that
about
cut.
that as well.
Nothing there. They're all kind of different.
Yeah, asking if it was
There's
a
one flip
band
effect.
isn't
Those
a
2
bad
flip
question.
effects.
Not a bad
But
question,
Senju
but it's
also
just a
has an
small
effect with
pool. It
flip.
gets rid
I
of
could maybe
like
put that in
Cyber
the
Jar.
question, get 3 out of there, but that kind of does effectively the same thing. I could ask something that like if it is a yes,
And Witch,
I
I
have
guess.
50-50 between like Sangan and Witch because they're very similar. I don't think it's Shadow Ghoul. I also don't think it's Senju. I think Senju would be very, very random. I think Cyber Jar could potentially be it. Great Moth could be it just because it's me and it mentions Petite
Okay.
Moth in the text.
Yes.
makes me think
Interesting
there's-
point.
That makes me
Yeah,
think there's
that-
a decent chance this is the Great Moth.
That's what I'm saying.
honestly leaning toward Great Moth just because of that. Because it's like not super obvious, but it's like got a hint of the Petite Moth. But then like you might just be like that would be a little bit too obvious because you think it was it. So it just depends on which way you want to go with that.
I think he's
But
thinking
then,
of, like,
course,
it's-
Moth,
come on.
Sangan, Witch. They're not too conspicuous because they're rares. I'm not even gonna ask a question. I'm gonna eliminate Shadow Ghoul. I'm gonna eliminate Senju. I'm gonna cut myself down to the 5.
Cutting down to 5. Okay.
If I'm down to Witch or Great Moth, I'm picking Great Moth. I can almost
Ask if it's
kinda
light or
this question. This is
dark.
what we're gonna
Ask
do.
if it's
Your 10th
dark.
and final
This is
question.
my last question. I'm gonna cut it down. I'm gonna give myself good odds. Does this monster have less than 4 stars?
Does this monster have less than 4 stars? Is that your final question?
That's my final question. And then I get to guess, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's my final question.
The monster does not have less than 4 stars.
Okay. So we're down to Witch and we're down to Great Moth. We got a 50.
It's Great Moth,
chance
come
here.
on!
50 chance.
If you're thinking for Ruxin, would you pick a Witch of the Black Forest or would you pick a Great Moth? Unless you like next leveled me and did this whole thought process down to these 2, and you're like, he'll be thinking Great Moth at this point. Now make it Witch. If you did that, that would be insane. Like, that would be awesome. But I'm feeling pretty confident right now that I know what it is. I might be wrong, and I'm actually excited to see if I'm actually interested to see if I
Great
can
Moth,
I think
right?
there is a chance there. I am going to guess for my final guess, my monster guess. I think that the monster is Great Moth.
No.
Oh! No! It's not Great Moth. Okay, it's not Cyberjar. It could be Shadow Ghoul, and it could be Mystic Tomato, and then again it could be Witch of the Black Forest. It's not Sangan, and it's not White Magical Hat, and it's not Great Moth. Okay, so we got Shadow Ghoul, Mystic Tomato, and Witch of the Black Forest. But like, okay, so pretty banger questions, by the way. That's why you said 5 or higher. You say, does this thing have 5 or higher level? You don't say 4 or lower. Like, no lower than 4. It's a decent question. But like, that eliminates those two and puts it to 50-50. And to fair, I would have said Great Moth too.
I'm a fair man. You've known me from non-auction series on multiple occasions. I'm a fair man. I will let
Banger.
you keep asking questions if your prize gets reduced by 10.
It wasn't Great Moth.
I get 10 more guesses?
So you have 10 more guesses potentially.
So if I'm not even close. I'm in the wrong area then.
You know, you have a 50-50 in your mind right here. You could ask if it's the other card, and then if that's wrong, you could go back because apparently you went wrong somewhere, right? Or you could circle all the way back and start over again and maybe ask even more clarifying questions. That's up to you. This is your 11th question, but the thing is,
10 more
a
minutes.
guess now counts as a question. So
did you ever rule out the fusion monsters as a question?
Card, that will be so to win $90
yes,
now.
no.
You have to get.
No, I actually don't think he did. I don't think he did actually do the fusion monsters. I think you're right. Is there any effect fusion monsters that came up in the anime that were from Metal Raiders or from Pharaoh's Servant or from Legend of Blue Eyes? I don't think so.
Yes, on this number right here.
I'm so mad.
No, I don't think so.
Somehow messed up. I know it's not Witch now, but I have to guess it. Is it Witch?
Yes, it is Witch.
Oh, okay, it's Witch.
No! Yeah, suck it, Gage. Let's go. Dang it, I could have had it in 10.
True.
You could have.
Great Moth. I shouldn't have looked at the set list. Dang it.
I think Simo is right. Simo is a mind gamer. He's sitting here and he's like, he's gonna get this down, and he's gonna guess Great Moth. And then I'm gonna make it the other card. Like Ruxin was right. He had the read there. He just didn't follow his gut. I said Great Moth too. But Simo outbrained this man. He's literally the smart. This is where the progression series is coming into play. He's everyone else's Gage, and Simo is Simo, and he's just out reading us. Actually crazy. Man's a legend. Those are some insane guesses, by the way, from Ruxin. Getting down to 2 cards. By the way, Ruxin for like half the video didn't even that was off the dome. Off the dome, he got it down to practically 6 cards, then going down to 2.
Said that you were going to go back and start over. I was like, oh my god, this is going to be hilarious. But you made the right choice just asking. Okay, so here was my logic. So I wanted to pick, because I know you have your fond love of Mr. Alistair the Invoker. I had to pick a dark level 4 spellcaster to lead you down the road of thinking.
That's run by Rebecca Hawkins, Arthur
Hawkins.
Hawkins.
I also picked a card from Metal Raiders to make you think it was going to be Petite Moth or Great Moth as well.
That's good.
Never guess which. I'm saying.
Cut out Alistair so early.
And they did. Yes, I didn't know which way you were going to go with it, but at the same time, I wanted to pick a card just based off some of the other cards that you like. That was like the attributes of multiple of them in one card, so that you would go down a certain route. And
that's good. Yeah, that's super good.
So you also know Witch, and so I was like, okay, I think this will be a pretty good one.
I mentioned Witch the first time.
Yeah, the sort of questions were good, but for normal people to play along.
I mean, there's so many of them.
I was making faces on the camera.
We didn't have a chance. Sure.
I was literally. I named that card like multiple times.
Actually, no, I disagree. We can play with that theory.
About Metal Raiders and then seeing Great Moth, I was like, oh, it says Petite Moth. He's gonna put that in there, and then oh man, so 11's pretty good. I'll take it.
I honestly, that's pretty good. I mean, that's about like what I was expecting. The way you were like surgically reducing each half of the card pool every single question. I think you may have only had, and you're probably thinking this in retrospect. Now I wanted to get your input on that. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 questions you asked that sort of overlaps. You could have maybe saved yourself a question to win the full.
I got you guys.
Tell me about in retrospect how you feel about everything.
I feel pretty good. That was kind of the goal. It was like, okay, I can cut the card sets in half by doing the years, and then I can cut that in half by doing like.
I got you guys. I have an exact idea of how we do this.
But I figured it would be an early set, and then I didn't think of that ultimate rare question until I was just thinking right now. I kind of had prepared the even or odd, and then before 2011.
All right, let's do something real quick, guys. I have. So the thing here is that the sort of questions were good, but for normal people to play along, we didn't have a chance. I kind of agree. Like if you're playing along with the show, you don't quite get a good like surrounding with that, because you're not thinking of those cards, right? But let me just, we'll play the dueling book game here. And by the way, this is a Goat Elemental Hero deck. This deck sucks, but don't play. But and we'll kind of go through like the breaking down. So right now we have what 600. This is every single monster inside the game, every single card in the game is 1 out of 611. There's more monsters than there are spells and traps. So if you say it's a monster, it's, you know, high chances it's a monster, right? You search, you bring it down to 402 pages. So again, still quite a bit. Now, how can you break this down further? The easiest way to do this, when you eventually go on to guess that card, as you guys would, is that you ask, can it be banished by Chaos Sorcerer? Because Chaos Sorcerer has to banish a light or a dark. And if the answer is yes, then your typing has to be, or attribute, sorry, has to be either dark, which is 113 pages, or it has to be light, which is 81 pages. You cut it down in half just again. You cut it down in half just again, and then from there you break it down more. The attack points and the levels, those kind of matter, right? So the most common level is 4. More than likely, it's your 4 and 5. So you just ask, okay, well, is it 5? Is it 4 or higher, right? But at that point, you ask if it's light or dark. You break it down. Let's say it's light, and if it's less than or equal to 5, I think. And now here, 31, we cut it down in half again. Every single light monster who is 5 or higher in terms of level/rank. And then that's how you really do it. That's actually legitimately how you really do it. Yeah. Getting ready. Yeah, getting us ready to be on Simo's show. That's what I'm here to do. That's truly what I'm here to do. Like this game has certain questions that I think once the quote unquote meta, I say meta, but you know, it's just a fun game, gets defined, are break it down quite a bit. So like the odds are it's a dark card, by the way, because that's kind of probably the most common attribute is dark. So we search dark, we get 48 if it's 5 or higher. If we get 4 or lower, it's not, right? But let's say it's 4 or higher, that's okay. Then you ask, oh, is this card a main deck? We're down to 3 questions, right? Because we asked if it's a dark, if it's a light or dark, if it's a dark or a light, and if it's level 5 or higher, or rank or higher, level 5 or rank or higher. Like we literally just use this to get there, and we'll be fine. Then after that, that's 3 questions down, and we just go into we kind of have to pair off the questions, right? And then we go, is it a main deck or an extra deck? Well, if it's okay, let's say it's not a main deck. Well, then we go into we can take out a fusion synchros XYZs. Otherwise, we don't. It's lower and lower. Point is, that was a lot of fun, and I'm glad that Ruxin got it. I'm glad that our man got it, because what a crazy run. Off the dome, he's just remembering cards left and right, like an actual encyclopedia of cards. This Ruxin was crazy, and he only missed it by 1. That's the thing, the most impressive part. But yeah, I feel like if it's a spell and trap, it's way easier to narrow down. Oh, especially that's why it's more of like a law of averages kind of thing. If it's a spell or trap, like a spell or a trap is really easy to get. Like you ask if it's a monster, spell, or trap. And then like that's like usually the first question, right? So like there's 4 questions I think right off the bat in the series that are kind of gimmies, and it's is it a monster? Right? That's the first thing you ask. Chances are yes, it's a no, it's a spell or trap, right? And then you ask, okay, can I activate it on my opponent's turn? And then that narrows it down to either quick play spells, or I guess field spells can technically do it too, but you know, field spells and quick play spells, or just trap cards. That's the 3 criteria you break it down with that question, right? Like I think there's a lot of really cool things you can do with that show. And I'm glad that Simo did it. I think Simo, once again, proving that why he's kind of the GOAT of the Yu-Gi tubing space. He's like, actually, I don't know how he gets so good, but he's just next level. All right, let's play like one more game, and then I think we're gonna good. We're gonna rank up on this one. All right, feels good. Going first, don't mind if I do. Yeah, how do we narrow down from the spells or traps? If it's a spell or trap, we just say, can it be activated on my opponent's turn? That seems like a good question to ask. Because then we narrow it down to whatever. Then, a great one would be, can my opponent respond to the card? Oh, that's a banger question. Because if it's a yes, can you imagine if it's yes? It's never a yes, but it is what it is. Ooh, this hand kind of blows, but that's okay. We'll go for Vion. Vion's effect will activate here. We'll send to the graveyard our Shadow Mist. Shadow Mist effect will activate. We'll search to our hand our Malicious, which is pretty good. We'll go for Polymerization to get our Malicious into the graveyard. We'll draw 2. We'll do the whole shenanigans. We're essentially just going value.deck here and getting deep draws with our hero engine. So deep draw hero is back, but in the worst way possible. We'll go Soldier into Sunrise. Miracle Fusion. Oh, 2 cards. Oh, bangers. I think Hero Lives has got to go, though. Unfortunately, Hero Lives has got to go. We'll go for Malicious here. We'll thin out the deck for the other Malicious, and we will get the search off, I think, with our guy, just to get him a little better. Ooh, Predaplant versus Anaconda, though, might just be better. Yeah. Oh, we do have the same field, and we also have the same mate. It's an honor to duel with this guy. All right. Yeah, feels good. I think I'm going to go for Predaplant versus Anaconda here. We haven't locked ourselves out yet, so we're kind of in the clear. I'm going to activate Miracle Fusion just to get it out. Just to get it out. We'll go for, is it streamed or not? Oh, his game show? I don't think so. No, it's definitely not. But yeah, big based. A true. We'll go for Vion. I guess technically we could add the Vion back, but that's fine. We'll go for Absolute Zero, Absolutely Insane. I think we go for Vertanaconda now. We pay 2k. We go for Fusion Destiny. And we go for, I kind of want to do Dominance. Let's go for Dominance. Like, what the heck? All right, we'll go for Disc Commander, Draw Hand, and Denier. We'll keep our guys. We'll go for a big body of Dominance on the board. Wow, that's crazy. It doesn't really matter because we're banishing 5 off the top, or 10 off the top anyways. We'll go for Pot of Desires. Draw 2. Oh, very cool. That's fine. All right, we'll shape our deck a little bit. We'll shape our deck? Our opponent's deck. I'm gonna go for opponent's deck. I haven't taken a peek. Oh, he's also playing heroes. Let's go! All these cards are crazy, by the way, to draw. Whoa. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we'll give him the guy. Whoa. All right, what do we banish? Oh, we banish our royal rare diamond dude. Oh man. He had Fusion Destiny as first top 5. All right, what did we put as the second card? Was it Shadow Mist? Hopefully it was Shadow Mist. Yikes. All right, we'll draw a hand here. Oh, bad. Awful. Yeah, finally an opponent equal. Our battle will be legendary. I just kind of want to eat some soup. That's my best po from Kung Fu Panda for right now. Shadow Mist. Okay, cool. All right, so he has Shadow Mist in hand. We know he has 2 cards. Oh, Ferris, discard Shadow Mist. Fine, that's okay. That's okay. He's gonna go for the 2. That's fine. We're in a fairly good position here. I think we want to stop the Vion. We want to wait for his normal summon and stop the Vion. I can't believe we banished our royal rare diamond dude. Truly the worst timeline. Adding Stratos makes sense. Ferris for increase. Increase effect. We will ash the increase effect. We want to either put him on the better habit with the drawing. Oh, he has a call by. Call by. All right, we're fine. We have a ton of things we can do here. Plus, we sent Disc Commander to the grave, right? Yeah, so we can actually still draw a ton of cards. We're not dead here, but this is gonna be This is going to be us sitting through his combo and hoping we just don't die. Good thing we summoned all our people in defense position, by the way. Can you believe it? Yeah, okay, so that was pretty good. Unfortunate. Oh, he actually might summon the, guy we gave him. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Add Polly. Send Mally. Add Polly. He goes for his own DPE, maybe? Uh-huh. Cross Crusader, naturally. I have no interactions I can give with him, so he has to essentially just play around the fact that my board is here. And Dominance goes away, I can get a lot of value, plus special summon a bunch and go from there. Big hero mirror match. I guess we just wait for his combo to be over. Yeah, Absolute Zero's a boss in himself, I'm saying. Plus we have Sunrise for the, the negation. Now, he's going to go for, wait, did he draw a Denier? He probably did. Right? Yeah, drew Denier in hand. Yep. Yeah, he's gonna go for Plasma. Plasma's gonna kind of negate a bunch of stuff on the board, but that's okay. Luckily, we can do something with this Destroy Phoenix Enforcer. And that's fine. There's Stratos. He hasn't normal summoned yet. Can't believe it. Oh, if it's a dusted gold, if it's a dusted gold. No, it's okay. It's Liquid Soldier. Double Poly is the only reason why I can say to search Liquid Soldier there. A dusted gold would have just cleaned house, and we would have died, I think. I mean, not necessarily, no, because we have something. Wonder Driver? Oh, he's gonna... Okay, so he is gonna go for double Poly. Miracle Fusion? Denier to that. Summon Poly. Poly for double. Yep. 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 But how does he kill me? Can he do 6k? Does he have Honest Neos in hand? Does he have Honest Neos? Like, what does he do here? What does he do here differently? I don't know. I actually don't know what he does here differently. Yeah, beats me. You know, I have this Chick-fil-A sandwich that I probably could be eating. But I'm not. So... yeah. Hey, you're still alive. You know, yeah, we're still alive. We're still alive for now. We just kind of unfortunately have like a bunch of like shenanigans we have to deal with here. I don't know what's he gonna do. Yeah, is he scooping? I don't know. Like he can't. I still don't see the out to this board. Like I do, but I don't see the out to the board. You know. Summon 3 for Vision Hero Vision Hero Trinity. Trinity is very interesting. Oh, he's got to have an Honest Neos then. Right? Or no, he could go into oh, he drew the other, serves him right. He drew the other guy. Feels good. A Dark Honest for Predaplant bait would be so funny. It'd be crazy. It'd be crazy. Yeah, he could OTK here. He could definitely OTK here. If he has the Link 3 for piercing damage, we lose. That is a given. But he'd have to sacrifice his DPE for it. But that's okay. So either he has to have Honest Neos, or he has to have... Well, we also have... Oh, Dark Angel. Fascinating. Okay, he probably does have the 3. No, he doesn't. I'm just gonna let him play. I'm trying to guess his mind, and I don't actually see it. I don't actually see the line that he's trying to go for. I wonder if he's a subscriber. Probably not. That's a silly question to ask. He's got the 3. Who's playing Dread Decimator except for me? No one. All right, yep, there it is. GG's. GG's hero player. GG's. Piercing damage. Hit me with it. Mm-hmm. Yep. Actually, we're still alive. Yeah, we're still super alive. He's got Forbidden Droplets too! Oh no! Oh man. Oh, come on. The Forbidden. No one's playing 2 cards that absolutely 0 people are playing. Forbidden Droplets and Destiny Hero Dread Decimator. Holy. Golly. All right. That, you know what? We can live to say that the hero player just got it. He's built differently. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Diamond Dude, for the absolute incredible games. We'll have to revisit Diamond Dude Turbo again. I think this deck was a lot of fun, and against the hero players, you gotta love to see it. The truly biggest of brains, the best draws, the chillest style. Awful, absolutely awful. Anyways, I think that's gonna be it for me. Actually, you know what's funny? I gotta add you guys. I have to add you guys to this one because it's not here. I think, right? There we go. And we gotta put you guys down like right here, and then put you guys like right there, and then make you guys a little bit bigger, and then put you guys right here. Yeah, something like that, right? And then put you guys like right here. There we go. Easy peasy. Wrong one. Perfect. There we go. What's happening? Oh, the chat broke for us a little while back, so we had to like actually fix chat, and so now, for some reason, our old chat box broke, and so we're using this chat box, which actually looks pretty good because your guys' faces are on here, which is pretty good. But anyways, thank you guys so much for being here for this stream. I really had a great time, and this was a lot of fun. Diamond Dude Turbo, plus we had some stuff. I think this was great, but yeah. No, Sora, no! Finally made a stream, sorry. Yeah, we just ended. Next time, I swear, next time. Saying, we'll be streaming sometime soon, I promise. All the good jazz, subscribe to the channel for all the good stuff. We have new videos coming out very soon. Follow me on Twitter to see when we go live. That's so unfortunate. But again, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight in the stream. I really do appreciate each and every one of you, even late, coming into the stream and talking with us and keeping me sane through Diamond Dude Turbo, through Ruxin's amazing guess. It's actually quite good. Yeah, I saw you comment. Yeah, I get this planned. It's like it's planned. Crazy. No, but seriously, thanks for coming by anyways. And we'll have to check you sometime soon. We really should be streaming later in the future, so yeah, it was Destiny, some could say. That's right. But anyways, that's right. Arms Like Wild Heart. Season 2 of the Wheel of Normal Monsters should be out sometime soon. But the whole VOD, I think, actually is I keep them all live, and you guys can all usually see them too, which is kind of the banger parts, I believe. But anyways, I'm going to peace out. If it's late for you guys, an hour before the new packs, it's also true. Yeah, we have like maintenance coming up soon, so we can't really stream for that much longer. Copium. But hello, everyone, by the way. But yeah, if it's late for you guys, get some rest. And if it's not, I hope you have a great rest of your night. eat something good if you haven't already. Take care of yourself first and foremost. Again, huge thank you to everyone for being here tonight and hanging out, playing some Yu-Gi-Oh, being goofballs, and I'm sure I'll see you guys soon. Got in the works something cool and something fun. So it's gonna be pretty good. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. I will talk to you guys later. See you soon. Peace out.